realize that I need to be crystal clear about what I believe, so there's no room for ambiguity. Listen up, Anita keeps denying the pussy, bitch. You'll find me in. It's not like these fucking who get down on their knees and go shrine to the pussy, please. Cause how am I supposed to even compete with African wildebeest? This slut married a millionaire, took most of the hair that grows on his head. She just wanted to date a tramp and shoot heroin. Trust me, she'd come drain Froggy fresh too if I didn't boot her from the main event. We never faking, never go woke. Tell you, been awakened. Man, she's one with the pigs. How can she hate bacon? And she'd say something like, if you ain't earned your strike, boy, I guess it's there for the taking. I took 2 shots right to the hippocampus. Shook like a bitch while my bitch spread her fat puss. Took 2 shots right to the hippocampus and started crying right before I hit the canvas. Damn, that's a motherfucking. Can you remember when you weren't such a dude? I thought you were actually funny when you weren't such a funny. Nothing but a everywhere I go. Look at this damn. Now that's straight up. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave. I got bullied for my packed lunch when I was at school. Dropped my head in the toilet, grabbed a chain and then pulled. One day I called in. I thought it would be cold. 20 years later, I don't throw punches, I prep bowls. My wife's fucked at least 100 of the same fools. They stretch the bitch open with their medical tools.
Shut the fuck up, Ian, and sit on the cock stool.
Babe, my head's still in the toilet, eating all the soft stool. You dumb bitch, how can you display the gash to everyone at the motherfucking creator clash? So I guess they finally grasp that G-rated ass is worth 20 times more than a chin made of glass. You can still taste dried up jizz on this beta cash. Let's just say some niggas became attached. Ian dropped the keys, dropped the paper stash. Didn't even leave here with my name attached. That's all in the past, I'm the future of this bitch. Why else would they call me Beta Max? Man, the niece is a blast. Sometimes we sit back and laugh and just freeze frame the moment that my face got smashed. She says that it's her favorite match, my greatest chance to get a semi-dilated snatch. So when your legs open smoothly and almost mechanically, I know it's the ass whooping fucking Wasabi handed me. God damn, that's a motherfucking. Can you remember when you weren't such a dude? I thought you were actually funny when you weren't such a funny. Nothing but a everywhere I go. Look at this damn. Now that's straight up. I'm also sorry to all the black viewers and minority groups who had to put up with that video. I was being cruel, hateful, bigoted, and being very uncaring about people's feelings.
I'm gonna be doing content.
No NF slurs now, gentlemen. You got to keep it down. Our only female has left, so you got to keep it chill.
Darn.
Okay. Can I still use kicker, and kicka?
Yeah, you can if you want. You just got to use the soft A.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna use rigor. I'm gonna use the hard R.
All right, chat. Sorry about that. As I mentioned in the, by the way, to everybody that decided to join the Discord right after my stream died, thank you. I appreciate that. You literally made it to the point where Discord was freaked the fuck out, and Discord was like, no, all the stalker children are coming in. They're coming in with their pepperoni, and I'm like, no, Discord, it's okay. They're fine. We don't have to worry too much about them.
Occo can or cannot confirm that they were being attacked by Pinkerton sent by Shylily.
Probably. We don't know for sure.
You know, you're using Patrick Tomlinson reference points to a group of people in a VTV community who has no idea what the fuck that is.
Probably not, but it's okay. If people stick around for the long term and watch my other streams, eventually I am going to talk about Patrick Tomlinson because he is funny. So we almost killed Discord? No, you didn't kill Discord. Discord was just freaked out.
It just panicked. It's like, whoa, who are all these people? So all you wonderful, beautiful autists, you Tylenol Americans, just came in and Discord thought that we were being raided.
Jeez. Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. Don't forget the soup.
Yeah,
Fuck! It
Porco
killed the
versus,
supers.
Octopus.
Oh fuck.
I
No.
think
Oh, you
people
can't
took
go back?
pictures. People took pictures, so I've got the supers. I've got the supers, chat. Don't worry. Yep, I've got the supers. I think I got most of the supers. So people took pictures for me. Thank you to everybody. Say thank you to the mods because the mods took pictures for me, including Temp, who is probably asleep now. I have no idea. But say thank you to them. I will make sure to read them before time is done, and people will make sure that is the case. We are going to go through the Shylily stuff here, and then we'll probably call it for the rest of the night. Just
We're not getting
because...
Pinkertoned again. We beat them back once. We can do it again.
Yeah, hopefully the internet yippies don't unplug the internet. So, by the way, for those that don't know, I'm pretty sure I know 100% of what was going on. The internet here gets worked on occasionally in nodes. And so because of that, when they unplug it, they don't tell you that they're literally pulling the plug for the internet in your area, and you just kind of find out. The thing is that typically they don't tell you because everybody is typically not using the internet when this happens. Because this typically happens around midnight or sometime after that. They typically do it at midnight, but this time it's like 1:20. So because of that, you know, it just is what it is. And so
Anyways.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna continue reading.
Cut down your internet.
I don't know what I kind of have a rough idea of where I was before the internet died. So we're just gonna get started. We're just gonna get started.
Let's get right into the news.
Again, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and a lot of you already joined the Discord from, I guess, from when the stream died. So, but here, have it again, just in case.
Yep.
Just watch
And Gabriel
Chibi's
had to
vid. It's
leave,
very
so-
on the fence. Milk toast response. I'm assuming you mean Chibi Doki. I haven't watched it yet. A lot of these people are posting shit while I'm streaming, so I'll have to watch it later. But let's get started. Since we only have the three of us here, we'll do the best we can. Start from the beginning. I wasn't here for that part.
Start from. I was gonna say, yeah, I had to sacrifice Kendra in a blood sacrifice, you know, Jewish magic, in order to bring Akko's internet back.
Yeah.
So now Akko's back. Let's get to it. 1:30/2025. Let's
All right.
go, Akko.
So we'll start over at 1:30/2025. Since the questions about were stated to be from my community, and I wasn't told this was information that was confidential and couldn't be shared, I assumed it was okay for me to tell my chat answers to their questions on my stream. This stream was the day before the game's launch, and no info had been released on what was going on, how things would work, or what things were priced at. The information I gave made it onto GamerSupps, onto the GamerSupps or VCard subreddit, and in Shylily's Discord server, both citing me as the source. And my comment before the internet died is that's incredibly tragic. She probably should have said, hey, am I allowed to talk about this? She didn't, but, you know, is what it is. It's probably, again, just an unfortunate accident. Really, I can't really feel too bad for her.
I think it was kind of implied because
No.
the redacted was like some questions we had from our community. I think they thought it was implied that they could share it because of that.
So
Yeah.
who is the redacted person again?
Somebody
The
from
redacted. Yeah,
somebody, I'm
from
assuming from
VCard.
GamerSupps, and yeah, GamerSupps, which is VCard.
Okay, that's a GamerSupps fault then. That's nothing to do on Sender or redacted.
All right, scroll down.
Yeah.
Let's finish.
Right after my stream ended, GamerSupps sent me updated info about the price boxing. Hey, if you updates nothing nothing super new for you, just wanted to send a copy paste that everyone else got. The only big changes with the booster box is going to be sold for $89.99, not $84.99. 1:31:25. This was the day VCard launched. Shylily talked about how angry and annoyed she was about VCard leaking info early, including incorrect info. She claimed that she didn't know who leaked the information, saying, I guess people are just excited to be the ones to spread stuff before me. Oh my gosh, Lily, you're such a cunt. Excuse me.
You
It's
say that. She fucking says that when you scroll up and they asked and the fucking person said $84.99. So
Yeah.
that's a failure on management's part. Hey, GamerSupps, make sure that the information's updated. Have the person who's supposed to be the manager of all the people who fucking talk to talents has the fucking updated info, you fucking monkeys.
Yeah. Anyway. Of the info I gave out the day before, I was wrong about the price by $5, which I was only updated about after my stream ended. The only thing I advertised that I assumed would be the case but was wrong about was vCard being available 20 minutes early on GamerSup's app. All of their drops were constantly like this for a long time, but it was only on vCard's launch day did Red and I find out that this was discontinued. Everything else was correct, but I didn't know I was supposed to say anything about it. Redacted, and will vCard be available 20 minutes early on the app or only 3 p.m. everywhere? Redacted, everything will go live at 3 p.m. EST. From my understanding, the 20-minute early on app is no longer something we do company-wide. Shylily said that official sources were the only ones with the correct info, meaning herself and the GamerSupps or vCard Twitter accounts. When someone asked if I was an official source, she said no! Holy shit, woman! Oh, I was a part owner now, and I didn't know there was a difference between me and the other official sources. I was given the information directly from the source, thought it was okay to make public, and thought I was doing the right thing by answering questions the community had. My motivation wasn't to be the first to share this info. The community didn't know what was going on just a day before the game launched, and instead of leaving them in the dark, I gave them the answers to the questions and asked on their behalf. As a new part owner, people were looking to me for answers about vCard, and I thought I was doing the right thing by informing them. I was wrong to do so, and I made a mistake. Listen, it was a mistake. You shouldn't say I was wrong to do so. You made a mistake. You made a mistake. It's okay. And I made sure to correct the info I had wrong on my stream on launch day. That night, I messaged Shylily to apologize about what I did. After what happened with Numi 2 nights earlier, I was making an effort to be more open about things. Shylily avoided saying I was the person who was leaking info or admitting I was who she was mad at. I was the only one who could have shared the incorrect price and was the one mistakenly advertising the early app pre-orders, and there were posts citing me as the source of all this leaked information. Shylily knew it was me, sounded pretty mad on stream about the leaker who was excited to be the one to spread stuff before her, but danced around it as if she was never mad at me. In the end, she praised me for having the balls to reach out to her about this. All right, I'll be Cinder. Fucking Sparky, you're still Shylily. Hi, Lily. I heard you were upset about some vCard information going out earlier than you would have liked, and I think it was for me. A few days ago, I told GamerSupps that my community had questions about vCard, one of which was about prices. At the time, they told me the box was $84.99, and being an answer to a question I asked on behalf of my community, that made it seem like it was okay to share. I also found out today that the GamerSupps is continuing the app early access, while I was under the impression that vCard would launch the same day like other drops over the past year. So I wanted to apologize to you if I was the one who caused you the stress and confusion for the community. As soon as I was given the updated info at the start of my stream today, I made sure to correct my mistake from before. But I'm really happy that vCard launch did so well, and I hope we can have fun together tomorrow if you're still down.
Aw, Cinder. Don't worry. I had some annoying chatters tell me a bunch of info never released, and they were spreading stuff around in my Discord. When I literally told them the day before that the info is not going to be available until launch, but they blew up my Discord claiming VTubers have been claiming this stuff on stream. And then today I had a bunch of people in my chat upset that I changed prices. Like, bro, get off my dick. I didn't do shit. But yeah, it was during my day off, and I didn't want to make a tweet or anything correcting shit, because that's low-key a bit weird, like making drama out of a potential misunderstanding, like in your case. So I just mentioned on stream to not trust any sources that have been spreading info and believing info is info I publish, GamerSupps, vCard, and any other direct source. I also doubt you were the only one talking about it. Plus, if you asked GG on behalf of chat and no one told you it wasn't supposed to be public, then that's on them.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Keep going.
Very true.
This part was a little weird on stream, because today a lot of info has indeed been made public, and a bunch of people have been making posts and stuff about vCard and any additional info. So I hope no one caught strays laughing my ass off. Also, hold up.
Oh my gosh. Yours and Blank are the only completed pages after 4 boxes.
Yeah. Also, of course, I am so down to pull together tomorrow. Love my ass off. Only reason why I haven't reacted to the sheet yet is because I saw it was gonna go live, and I was already behind because I am a master procrastinator and did not get shit done till I was supposed to be on. Oh, and by the way, huge fucking respect to reach out about the info leak stuff. That takes a lot of balls off myself.
So you were mad. Like, you wouldn't say that unless you actually were fucking mad at her.
Could have just kept it all to yourself after all. Oh my god.
Yeah, it just seems like she was upset because she thought somebody else might have leaked it, learned it was Cinder, and then just no, it's okay. You totally came back and admitted it. It's cool. Real like two-faced.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a right to be upset. This was her product. Like, I'm pretty sure Shylily was the mastermind behind it, right?
Fucking no.
Well, yeah, but that means...
Because it makes it sound like this was like her project or something. Like, she's the one who got it all going, and GamerSupps was helping, put it together.
Yeah, it was management that fucked up the information, though. So, there you go. But, yeah, it's like... It wasn't Lily the one saying that... Time out. Let's scroll back up, Occo, real quick. Isn't that the picture Cinder posted?
What do you mean?
That Lily posted.
What do you mean? This is from Lily right here.
Yeah, I thought Cinder posted a picture like that. And they literally called it cringe or something.
Like early on, like, if you scrolled up in the fucking dock.
Okay. So
no. I'm talking about. No. Not in the dot. I'm just talking about on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
On Twitter, and it's one of the things that Lily is making a big picture about. Oh, Charizard and stuff like that of V-Guard, because I think Cinder used that picture for it. It came from Lily. Okay.
So.
Anyway, let's keep rolling.
Anyways, I thought I got that one. Could it's like could have kept it all to yourself after all.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I appreciate it. Just wanted to clear up things with you so there isn't any weird things between us. I completely understand how annoying people can be when plans change and they start pointing the fingers at us. And I know V-Card has been your project, so I see why you'd be frustrated. I'm trying my best to get everyone on board with cool things we do and with the information I have, especially now that I'm a partial owner like you. I'm super hyped about the future of V-Card and all the cool things that us and GamerSupps can do together. 2/16/25. In another conversation with GamerSupps a couple weeks later, we asked for them to clarify to us what is and isn't able to be shared publicly going forward after what happened during V-Card's launch. I was told that there was not really a certain source the launch info was supposed to come from.
That's another thing. They really should have shared this before the launch of this fucking product. How do you go the day before or even on the day of and not have this is the pricing?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like what's going to be in the packs. Yu-Gi-Oh does it. Yu-Gi-Oh tells you what cards are going to be in the set, what the rarities are like. Like they explain everything like weeks or months before the pack actually comes out.
It's down to a fucking science. Also, by the way, be sure to like the stream chat because we're about to get into some of the spiciest shit possible, I'm guessing, from this. So let's fucking go.
The info I asked about for the V-Card launch that I thought was okay to share with my community ended up all being wrong, and I got a lot of backlash for it. I didn't know the info was supposed to come from certain sources. Oh, wow. That is a lot of cut-off shit here.
Yeah. Whole bunch of blank. Fully understood. Very sorry for that. It was my fault. There was not really a certain source, but when I gave the info here for launch, it was at the time correct. I believe hours before launch, we changed things last minute. I should have updated that right away here. I will be absolutely sure to say what is public and what is not moving forward.
Lily lied.
Sorry, what? So who lied?
Lily lied.
Okay, but before
Because
that,
remember, she said earlier, I think she said they didn't change things last minute.
yeah,
They didn't change the
okay,
pricing last minute.
right.
She said that
'cause-
earlier.
yeah, we'll have to double check. But 1 sec, let me just say this: who the fuck is managing that suddenly flips the switch to change the pricing last minute? You don't leave that till the 19th hour, to the 11th hour. What the fuck? That's so fucking sloppy. That's embarrassing.
It is.
Everything in this whole fucking deal has been like that.
They only
Every
sold this
fucking
stuff
person.
on their site, right? On GamerSupps or VCard site. This didn't go out to other vendors, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe this was in vendor stores.
Okay, yeah, because that would have fucked so many vendors over.
The vendors would have wanted their heads on spikes.
It would have been like that other game. There's that one game that was like that. One box didn't sell well that they invested heavily into, and then they dropped it. Power of Will.
I just got a core memory from you saying that. Oh god, go on.
Let's continue on.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, so you were saying that Lily lied? Because you were
Huh?
saying that she
Yeah.
said that nothing was changed last minute. Can you scroll back up and show
Yeah,
that?
didn't you say that earlier? They were spraying stuff around when I literally told them the day before that info is not going to be available to launch. Claiming that stuff on stream, and then today I had a bunch of people saying I changed the prices. Like, bro, get off my dick. I didn't do shit.
Hang on, you just scrolled right by.
Where? You're confusing
right
me,
here,
man.
right here,
Up,
yeah.
go up just a little bit. Next one. Up,
Yeah. This
Up,
big
up,
thing is
up.
like,
up. Right.
Right.
No, it's your screen's going. It's jumping.
Your screen's
Sorry.
slow. Your screen is slow.
Yeah, your screen's jumping. Sorry.
Look, just pull it up. But the one like what fucking Hurtbox quoted? Go there. Get off my dick.
yeah, like, bro, get off my dick. I didn't do shit. Now's my day off.
You know, I'm misunderstanding. So I just mentioned the stream. Not trust any source. Yeah.
I think you're talking about when Shy was like explaining to a community.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that was the thing. She was talking on stream when she was at the time they told me
Yeah.
the box was $84.99, and being answered a question as we have community. So found out today on GamerSupps. Okay, maybe it might have been earlier.
All right.
It just
Alright,
sounded
let's
like
go.
that's what she was talking about. Like, I think it was what she said on stream when people were asking about the whole price and stuff, and she said it sounded like she was upset that
I think
like,
what
info
it
got
is.
leaked.
I think what it is she was getting mad because people were blaming Lily for it and not VCard or whoever's managing the deal. But again, it's like we don't know how much control Lily has over that stuff.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she was getting pissed because people were saying Lily did it when Lily didn't do it. And then it's just taken out on Cinder later on, saying that Cinder lied about a bunch of stuff and, try throwing her under the bus. I think that's where that whole quote comes from, and it's just being twisted around just to fit a narrative.
More than likely.
When again, it's all a big fucking understanding.
All right, let's keep rolling though. Akko, scroll.
Yeah.
All right,
Give me a moment.
2525. Let's go.
Well, stop DMing your boyfriend for a second.
The very last collab I had with Shylily was a few days before our VCard collab. This was the first 3/3/25. This was the first time either of us messaged each other since our VCard collab on February 1st. I asked Shylily if she wanted to play Split Fiction. It was a long game that we would have been able to bond over with while getting to know each other. She told me she passed on the game and that it was fine. Then I asked Numi, who was also unavailable. She told me that Yuzu was interested, and I have happily played the game with her. Hey Lily, would you like to play this together Thursday and maybe Friday? I'm not sure how long the game will be. It comes out Thursday.
You're
Sparky,
sorry,
you're Lily.
I am. Is that sorry? I had to pass. Wow, new season dropping Wednesday, and I'm gonna take an extra day off just blast WoW with my friends.
No problem, Lily. Hope you have fun. 3/11/25. The last time Shylily and I spoke was when she reached out to me about disconnecting problems she was having with OBS. Trying to fix my own disconnecting problems are what made me move back in with my parents before this conversation.
It's like, Cinder, chat told me you had this specific issue and managed to fix it after it tortured you endlessly. Are they just yapping, or do you actually have a cure?
So I had a disconnection problem with my OBS for so long, but it was only getting this pop-up with the past month or two. I'm not sure what exactly fixed it, but there was two things I did before it stopped happening. One was to uncheck the browser source hardware acceleration box in OBS's settings. And the other, I had to repair some System32 files in command prompt, but I have no idea how I did that because I just followed the directions on some forum. I don't know which one was the actual solution, but I haven't been having problems for over a week now.
Only a week? I thought you fixed your issue a while ago.
I wish.
False alarm, I guess.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They should be going to the OBS Discord server.
Yeah. It's like false alarm, I guess. Praying that this time it's actually fixed. Thanks for trying to help, Pookie. I'm trying to bottom mythic. I'm gonna try to bottom mythic.
Gosh, go to the OBS Discord.
I hope that you don't have any more problems with it. It was going on for like 6 months for me.
Dude, I can never. It's a pain. It's happened out of nowhere. I changed nothing. Now I can't stream for 5 minutes.
Jeez. Yep.
Fucking hate my life. Kill me.
Me every day.
Such a mood queen. Oh.
After this, there were two separate repo collabs Shylily and I were supposed to be a part of. This was when I thought things started to change between me and Shylily. 3/21/25. This was the first repo collab. It was originally going to be on the 15th, but was rescheduled to the 21st. Shylily was supposed to be there, but she decided to cancel last minute due to a Bikini Bottoms collab she had going on that day. I understood just like everyone else, and this alone wasn't a problem to me. 3/27/25. The second collab never happened, but it was being planned in a group chat. Shylily was added to the chat, but apparently couldn't make it shortly after. She never messaged in this chat directly before she was removed. These are all the messages here, and it never went anywhere after this. I'll just read this. Blank added Cinder, blank added blank changed the name to repo, blank hello, oh wowie, blank salute, blank yippee, blank I will set up a day for us here in a bit, it will be modded, blank oh Lily can't make it, blank removed Shylily. From then, these are the rest of my DMs with Shylily. Below I'll explain them and the other events that were happening between them. Oh boy. Do you want to play V-Card Sim together sometime soon? I missed you during the Repo collab last week. I hope you're doing well. And then April 7th. Or I found this cute co-op Souls-like slime game. It looks like there's a water and fire slime we can play as. 4/11. Have a good stream, Lily. And bumping this in case you missed it. 4/21. Hey, Lily, is everything okay? I've been told you aren't the best with messages, and I get we're both super busy with things all the time, but I kind of feel like I've upset you in some way, and I wanted to ask you directly. Oof. Oof.
Well, gee,
Yeah.
it's almost like she was very communicative, then just magically stopped talking. Yeah, I'm sure she's just not good at talking to people.
Yeah.
Chat.
Hang on.
She just struggles to talk.
That was 4 days before the doc drop.
Yep.
Yup. Wait, you're right.
That was literally 4 days before the documents dropped. 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had one 4/11/2025. What was the one before that?
4/11/2025.
No, the one above that. The one above that.
4-7.
Oh, scroll up.
4-7-2025.
Yeah, 4-7.
4-7, 328. So 328, 4-7. So it was around. So yeah, everyone guessing that shit started dropping down around the middle of March. Yeah. Okay. No, I can see it.
Yep, I can see it too. 328.25, I messaged Shylily the day above the collab chat happened when the new V-Card rules were announced and the tabletop sim version was revealed. I would have thought she'd love the idea to play together to advertise and show off the new rules of the game. It'd generate hype and renewed interest in V-Card after lots of people were dissatisfied. Yeah, lots of fucking people were dissatisfied, myself included, with the first edition's game mechanics. It was an idea motivated by the business implications of it, but it was something to do together as friends that I thought we'd both be excited about. It would have benefited us both and the entire brand. Cinder, do you want to play the V-Card sim? Okay. 3:30, I raided Shylily. Shylily greeted the raiders and didn't say hi to me or thank me for the raid. I didn't see it when it happened, but if you were to watch for another 5 minutes after she basically moved on with her stream, you'd see that she did quickly thank me for the raid. If she was able to greet my raiders when the raid first happened, then why couldn't she have also said hi and thanked me? I wasn't upset about this since it was just one raid. Nano's document had a link to the exact timestamp this raid happened in Shylily's defense. Again, if you want me to pick at hairs or split hairs, excuse me, she didn't mention her. I'm just being real with you. She didn't. 4-7-25.
It costs nothing to mention them.
Yeah, legitimately. A week later, I still hadn't heard from Shylily. I messaged her again about playing on a different game together. I just wanted to hang out since she hadn't been able to make the past 2 collabs that we were supposed to be a part of, and maybe she didn't like my idea about V-Card. She turned me down when I asked about Split Fiction a month earlier, so it's not like she hadn't done that before, or could not have done it again. 4-11. 4-11-25, I raided Shylily again. Shylily didn't say hi or thank me for the raid like you'd expect your friend to do or any streamer to do. She said hi to my raiders, but didn't thank them either. She goes on to, okay, you know what? We're gonna, I'm glad that they, that's a different one. That's a different one. That's a different one, chat. What was this? 549.28. Okay, so here's what we gonna do. Here's
Also,
what we gonna do.
Go to recent. Go to recent
YouTube.
Okay. Shh. Yeah. Good. I'll play this first.
I'm actually not so excited to hang out tomorrow, cause like, you know how it is. Stuff just happens, and now I'm busy. But you know, if you bagged me,
Wait, what? Hold on a moment. Is this like she goes on to read my chat messages with the second time she lived. This is more recent, right? Is this her talking to Nano?
yes, I could maybe move things around.
Oh no, here's where the raid starts.
Who knows?
Here's where the raid starts.
Hello, Pyropoopers. Hi.
Again, doesn't mention her.
We playing some Honkai Star Rail.
Again, doesn't mention her.
Earlier.
Hmm.
We do. No, we don't have a sponsor.
Man, I can't believe she gets sponsored when she's got botted viewers. I can't believe that. In my personal opinion, I find it wild that she's able to get sponsorships when a good 2,500 of her viewers are all botted.
Oh, crazy too that she's playing one of the 50 gacha slop games everybody's playing.
All right.
I'm catching up in Honkai. It's really cool. I got the dragon lady. Hello, Pyropoopers. What did you guys do?
Oh, still not mentioning Cinder. We'll listen for another minute. We'll be nice.
I wish I had more time to play. Like, there's
She was also sponsored during her crash out. That's hilarious.
too many games.
I don't know how true that is, but that's hilarious.
I don't have time to play them all. I'm constantly in a loop of catching up with stuff. Non-stop. There's too many gachas, man. Too many gachas. A game called Look Outside. Oh, chat was suggesting to play that. That's funny. I think like last week or so. No, in the beginning of this week, I had a stream where I was just like, yo, chat, tell me what games you should play. And we had like a whole stream where chat was just suggesting a bunch of games and I was looking them up with chat and we're judging.
Okay, she doesn't talk about Lily. Lily is not mentioned. Cool.
Yeah. Now, all right. So again, let's preference this. The only place that Cinder, well, not even Cinder, that Redacted even fucking complained about it was to Nano alone. This wasn't something that was brought up publicly. This wasn't a bitch fit. This wasn't something that was trying to be a big made stick up.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Hold on.
It's a nitpick, but it's like
Yep.
I can get it if it's a change of behavior.
Pretty much. She goes on to read on my chat messages, but this was the second time Shylily had an off-putting reaction to me sending my community to her in the past couple weeks. Coupled with removing herself from collabs I was part of and ghosting my messages, this more recent raid was not linked to Nano's document. No, it was not. Well, I mean, it's just kind of funny. I mean, I don't expect her to, but it was just funny that that one was linked. But yeah, thank you for providing another example. That's actually pretty funny. I decided to DM her again to bump what I said before. After still not hearing from her, I was convinced I had done something wrong. I wasn't expecting an over-the-top reaction from Lily just because I raided, just a hello and thanks for the raid, just like every other streamer would do, especially from someone who was a friend. In the past, Silvervale, who Red and I knew had a problem with me, purposely refused to say my name when I raided her. She continuously ghosted my messages and got a model from Nano at a suspicious time, among other things, which will all be shown in her section. These specific experiences with someone else who we knew didn't like me further led both Red and I to believe that Shylily had a problem with me for some reason. And you know what? I can understand why. I mean, it's a little bit of confirmation, but just a little bit of confirmation bias, but I can understand why. Cinder's rated Silver multiple times, and she's the only one that Silver won't say her name. I would have thought that individual things I experienced with Shylily were pointing to a greater problem if they weren't all happening over the same few weeks. 4/11/25. The same day as my second raid, Red saw Nano working on a new model for Shylily for the first time. He messaged her asking her questions about the timeline of the model, and these are things we've read. That night I saw Red and he told me Nano was working on a model for Shylily, but didn't say anything about him asking Nano about it or that he would. I was happy with the idea that Shylily and I were going to be model sisters, especially since were both part owners of the same company. Red thought we might have to consider that we'd be competing with Shylily with the way she was treating me, and the fact that I was working with Nano she was working with Nano now, similar to how things were with Silvervale. I didn't agree. In my mind, Shylily and I weren't going to be competing for anything, and this would be a wonderful thing we'd have in common. Yet you can't be competing when you own 5% more of the company than she does, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's hilarious, by the way. Hilarious. And sad that she gave up that.
It is, because, I mean,
Look, Gamer Subs, if you want to give somebody that 5%, I'm open.
No, she owns 10% and Lily owns 5%.
Or 10%. Yeah, you can give me the 10%. I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm
and
open to
again,
negotiation.
like I said, this whole thing was just because Cinder was more popular and more successful financially than Lily. And not only
Oh,
that,
yeah.
why would you give it up? I'm just saying.
It'll probably be mentioned at the end. It'll probably be mentioned at the end.
I know. I'm just saying, so much money. You could have lived off that shit.
Let's see here. I was only concerned about why she would have been upset with me lately and was anxious about it. 4/12/25. The next day, Red went back to Nano to ask about Shylily again and tell her what I had seen experiencing with her. These are also the last messages Red had with Nano and the last conversation either of us had with her in either of our DMs and Project Server. I had no knowledge of these conversations until Nano's document was released 2 weeks later. All right. We've read these. We've read these.
You know what's crazy? Somebody said in chat, imagine if they gave Kirsha the 10%.
That would be funny.
You know what?
That would be
Yes.
funny. We've read these.
Imagine
We've
how
read
many
these.
people would
We've
be
read these.
fucking mad.
Okay.
Shylily would fucking scream.
All right. 4/15. I still hadn't heard from Shylily, so I tried messaging Buska about my previous DMs. By the way, Buska is Shylily's manager, and in my personal opinion, he's also her partner because they live together, allegedly. And because they live together,
yeah.
pretty sure they fucking.
They're fucking.
Pretty sure they fucking.
Yeah.
Shondo's Law.
John Doe's Law, they fucking. Cinder, hey Buska, I hope you're doing well. Could you bump Lily for me? I sent her a couple messages about hanging out sometime, but I'm not sure if she's seen them, Lamau. Buska, I'll continue the convo for planning things in the group chat. Also, as a side note, Lily rarely uses Discord, only uses it for business meetings and stuff.
Bullshit.
We have proof that she doesn't. All right, that we've had enough messages where that's bullshit, in my personal opinion. Cinder, thank you, Buska. We're messaging kind of frequently a month or two ago. That's why I asked, but needs no worries. Buska told me Shylily rarely uses Discord and only really uses it for business meetings and stuff, which was weird because until these past few weeks, I didn't have any problems getting a hold of her in our DMs. I hadn't had to message Buska to get a hold of Shylily since before October 2024. So this was out of the ordinary. No, yeah, that's pretty out of the ordinary. Going to be honest with you. Very honest. The messages below were the same day in the group chat with us and Shylily. I was fine with not doing anything together, and I just wanted to hear from her since I had no idea if something was wrong. Nothing else was ever said in chat. Buska, yo, usually use groups to schedule Lily's things so I can put together in her schedule. To mention, she's very occupied the coming months since she'll be traveling to blank and will be hanging a while with blank. Cinder, thank you, Buska. I'm free to plan anytime. I had mentioned playing tabletop sim of V-Card or cute co-op slime like blank, like this. It's okay. She's not interested in either. Buska told me Shylily would be very occupied in the coming months because of a trip somewhere, implying I shouldn't expect to plan something. 421. This was my last message to Shylily. This is also the end of this here. 5 days before anyone posted their documents. I even tried to talk to her about whatever was going on and clear things up between us. Shylily never responded, even after praising me in the past for having the balls to reach out to her. Well, there's the end of the Shylily stuff. All right, we're going to continue because we have 4 hours left, so we're going to continue. This is a big, long thing, by the way. This is like 100 pages.
So here's my question.
Oh, fuck, no.
What?
It's 286. No, God, please, no.
Suffer.
So here's my question. Where would that evidence be that Lily was talking about?
What evidence?
Also, well, apparently Lily had loads and tons of receipts to be able to show everyone.
I'm waiting for
how
it.
How they continue.
There is no evidence in the Discord.
I'm
DMs.
waiting for it. Again, not only did she say that, but I was told by Rima Evenstar herself that there was information that the public wasn't privy to that she knew about that would be made public. And my only response is, here's a bunch of information that the public wasn't privy to. Is this what you're talking about? Because holy fuck, this is amazing.
What I'm wondering about is like, where's the reprimands, or how it was they set her aside and they talked to her a bit. Was that stuff? Because you would figured Cinder would include that.
Yeah, you'd think. You know, if that actually happened, then they weren't just being a frigid bitch.
Yeah.
Because the way this timeline looks to me, it doesn't really look like Shylily or Cinder really did anything for a while. And they just had like casual conversation stuff like that. Did they ever really know each other? It's not that these girls knew everyone. It's like she knew Bao more than Lily. She knew Nanolus a whole lot more. It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Lily,
you watched Has anyone watched Titanic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It seems like to me Cinder is the Molly Brown, and the other girly pops are the rest of the fucking snooty ass higher upper class, first class.
Yeah. Because
that's what it looks like.
I'll say this. At least now that this is out, this forces Shy's hand. So guess what? Shy, Rima, all that info you said you can't show, trust me, bro.
Better show it.
Well, guess what? We can't show, you can't trust me, bro, it now.
Better
Either
show
it or you're a fucking liar. You guys, also a question from chat. Do you guys think Cinder will sue Lily or Nano or the others?
They can't. Somebody showed me that Brazil does not honor American lawsuits currently. So Brazil is a non-starter. So, a lot of people saying he needs to go to court. You can't take Nano to
Germany
court.
would be the closest one if they honor it, but
Germany would honor it due to a lot of things, but yeah, Brazil not going to happen. So Nano, unless Sicario decides to show up at her house, nothing will happen. But Lily and the others,
all the other girls I think are in the U.S. So like Bao, Numi, and them, I'm sure are in the U.S.
But again,
also,
that's if Cinder wants to drag out and create, and for 10 years, swift and speedy trial for justice.
Yeah.
To sue for torturous interference and defamation of character and shit. It's like, could she? Yes. Will she? Probably not, because again, let me just say it, chat. Let me be real with you. Who here wants to spend 5 to 10 years going to court for something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just asked Andrew if it's worth it to even try to sue some. Because here's the thing. Realistically, the closest people that she could sue out of this is somebody like Buff Pup or Numi, because they are state-bound people. But at that point, like, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it to sue some of those people?
Time out. They're going off of news that was already passed around by other people. That's true. Hearsay, which they can't really be got for.
Yeah, But like that's the thing. That's the
Unless
thing.
It's proven that they colluded with it.
That's the thing. Is it's just like everybody's like, oh, sue them. It's just like she can't. Like literally,
and not
if Brazil
only
does
that,
not
we've
accept
seen-
lawsuits, that's not going to happen. It's just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, and
She's not
only
Billy
that,
Mitchell.
We've seen how
We're talking-
defamation cases go. Like the whole Vic Mignogna thing, like that didn't go very well for him.
That's because Ty Beard is a worthless piece of shit.
Oh yeah. Ty mismanaged that whole fucking thing, but like the judge in that case was also a fucking asshole.
Yeah, but no, the major thing, and first off, Akka, we're not talking Nano. Nano to the side, but
Yeah,
Shylily and all.
Shylily's from
those
Germany.
People can be sued. They can be sued.
I guess.
Now the problem is what I just said. No one here is going to go 5 to 10 years for this shit. Even though they could, and they could get money, is it worth it? Is it worth
It's also the cost
a
too.
decade of your fucking
Nobody's
life?
gonna pay for that.
So-
Nobody's gonna afford. None of these people, even though they're popular content creators, have the kind of cash flow to afford to pay that lawyer or lawyers to file for a defamation lawsuit.
So
Especially since
they're
they
not
don't
Ethan
manage
Klein.
their money good.
unrelated. My Twitter account is deemed for 6 days for 3 different violations. Apparently,
Sorry, what?
misinformation, spam, and another one.
Oh gosh.
So I can't do anything
You
on
really
Twitter for
should.
6 days.
You really should hold off on all those slurs, man.
All right, let's continue.
Sorry.
I know Elon bought Twitter, and retard is perfectly fine to say, but there's some slurs you still can't say on there.
Oh gosh, I
Shout
feel
out
like
to Elon,
speaking.
by the way. He unbanned my last 2 accounts that got banned.
Good job. But I was going to say, essentially, this is why shit is a jungle now, where
This
it's
is
the
a
court of
jungle
public
right
opinion
here.
that matters, because the courts are worthless. No one is wanting to spend 5 to 10 years wasting their fucking life over this shit.
Oh, that
That's
looks
just
so much
how it
prettier.
is.
This is disgusting to look at right here. Chat, this is my life as a sysadmin if I have to go fix something like this one day. Holy shit. I like the
What was that about,
finished.
sissy admin?
I like this fix. This looks so much prettier. This is sexy. I would
This feels like
cream
I'm
to
looking at
this.
a nervous system.
This is beautiful, right? All right, see, listen, this is how we need to redo the nervous system. Just like power.
No, it
like-
doesn't look good because I've already seen perfection, and it's Wi-Fi router room Hatsune Miku.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Oh yeah, that one.
Anyway,
that one's pretty good.
Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so this is the breakdown. Let's see how far we get in the next 3.5 hours. The breakdown. Nanolis, Shylily, and almost a dozen of my friends planning the original documents about me. It took them 2 days to decide to cancel me. Everything was dropped on me out of nowhere, and somehow I was expected to have the perfect response to the claims they had already determined I was guilty of. No, they expected you to just walk away and die. When I first started this document, I thought my friends all lied about me, Red and Nano, to protect and hurt me. I couldn't understand why, but as things came together, I was no longer convinced that that was the case. It didn't make sense for all my closest friends to maliciously and willingly lie to the public about me at a moment's notice, no matter what they thought I did to them. However, there's one thing I believe happened that would connect all of their lies back to one place. At the start of this document, I said I was convinced that there were 2 people who drastically influenced how things played out before and after my cancellation. Shylily lied to Nanolis about her own actions towards me, telling Nanolis she was being manipulated when she wasn't. Under the excuse of manipulation that Shylily gave to her, I believe Nanolis lied to everyone about her experiences with Red and I to avoid accountability for any of her own actions. I believe that, with Shylily supporting her, they lied to my friends, they lied to you. I believe my friends were manipulated by the last people they'd expect to be the manipulators. I believe what my other friends did and said were because they were misinformed about what really happened and were convinced to see things that there weren't. All of them were making or supporting accusations against me that happened over years, when the timeline for all the things those accusations were based on were really only 5 to 8 months long, leading up to my cancellation on 4/26. They were operating under a different set of information than me, and they used what they already knew to jump to conclusions. They may have also been manipulated not to contact me or Red for our sides of the story because it'd contradict what was being told to them. In this section, I'll be breaking down the documents and statements from Nanolis, Bao, Shylily, and my other friends who were involved. I'll use their own words and all of the evidence in the past few sections to build a timeline of events, address their claims, and draw conclusions about how and why things happened the way they did. Also, LM just gave me a response. He said that the lawsuit would have to be in Brazil, He says that we could do a mock trial. Oh my gosh. I'd love.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah, a mock trial, but as I said, like, unless it's in Brazil, so no point. But, and again,
Well,
Chad,
you
since we're
can-
talking about law, I want to say this. It's not that, oh, you can prove damages, you can prove yeah, sure, we have all the proof. Yeah, okay, cool. Again, I
you
will
can-
reiterate. Do you want to spend 5 to 10 years of your fucking life going to court?
Yeah. You can also let Elm know I won't be doing a timeline screenshot deal because, well, they're all.
Yeah, I was going to say the timeline's all here. Sorry, you're out of a job, Sparks.
Yep.
Yep. So no jumping around, and he doesn't have to read the parts in the document. He just go part to part with what's in here.
Yeah. All right. Mouse. There it is. My mouse just disappeared so often. It's crazy on this. Every topic is separated, and all times and dates are in EST. Screenshots that are directly taken or from another are highlighted in an orange border. Dates and important messages with any screenshots are highlighted in yellow. Video timestamps are linked directly to the highlighted fucking videos.
Woo!
Let's just fucking go. All right.
Any sections based on speculation are labeled in pink. Who was involved before anything was public? Nanoless was the source of all of the Discord screenshots that were the starting point for all the claims that followed. She posted the first document. Shylily was the first person who Nano contacted about Red's DMs. She was involved in everything from the start. I still need to know how they found out. I hope that we do. Bao, Red's messages to Nano and Bao were the heart of their claims. She was included as soon as she was able after her surgery. She posted her document minutes after Nano. Numi's involvement is evidenced by Shylily's knowledge of my private DMs with her concert. She also gave a list of people who were involved on her stream on 4/8/2020 or 4/28/25. The other three girly pops, I don't believe they were a major part of planning anything that happened and had no malicious involvement. They were only brought in to help this corroborate things the rest of them talked about. Buff Pup and the other three Vici Bond members. Numi said that Buff and the other three Vici Bond members were also included in their calls together. On Buff's stream from 7/22/25, she said she basically said she and a lot of other people were involved before things were made public. The VOD of this stream was made private within the week of the two happening.
Wait.
Oh, did they archive it? Oh, they archived it in Google Drive.
Did they? Oh, they
that's the
did. Fuck yeah.
Based.
They were on this. They were on this collecting information when it happened.
Yeah, a year of, being silent just to document and get everything. This was Cinder just coming back to make sure it's like, okay, let me just make sure I fucking nuke everyone and leave nothing standing.
Okay, yeah, it's a 30-second clip about that, what she was talking about.
So it's the clip of it? How long is it? Do you know?
Yeah, it's Buff Pup.
Yeah, but how long is it? Oh gosh, how long is it? Oh, it's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Is there a Pyro Pup on her shoulder?
No.
Oh, that's her mascot.
That's her stupid mascot.
Okay. No, it's
And
not.
I don't wanna-
Oh gosh, she's a furry.
Bring up.
Yeah,
this
she's a furry.
situation.
That's why opinion discarded.
And I have other things I'd say, but I'm gonna keep those in my pocket. Are you gonna play the video?
Yes.
Or are we just...
Yes.
is affecting a lot of us, but with the fire VTuber that happened recently, a lot of us didn't say anything until the person who was affected said something. And we all went to said person and said, hey, what do you want to do? And they said, I want to do this. And we said, okay, girl, you go do that. And we'll be here to support it.
Okay. I'm so glad that they did. Dude, fucking love Cinder and Red for this. I love this so much. This is awesome.
This is how you document
Give me one
evidence,
more.
guys.
VTuber. Wonder who they could be talking
Take
about.
notes. This document. Hey, any dumbass out there who's gonna make a stupid fucking Google Doc, this is how you do it. You don't have hours and hours of interjection. You make sure things are clean and neat. You don't have it to where I have to click to get thrown down 100 pages to see a link, to a screenshot, and then I gotta scroll all the way back up. No, you have
Yeah,
it
don't fucking
like
write a
this.
fanfic over here.
This is.
Yeah, you don't write a fanfic. You don't do it like college where, I have the links in there at the bottom so that way you can just refer to. No, you have it right here where we can see it. Stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna probably get off here. I gotta get to sleep, but I'll be listening.
Yep. Sounds good. You have a good night, man.
Yeah, later, guys.
Yep, take it easy.
Scarmore, Bow's video editor, Sack, had his document written and posted shortly after Bow's. What Red said to Nano about Bow in January was about him, too. Of these 12 people, no one contacted me before everything was made public, and only one of them reached out to me right afterwards. Really? Who? I don't have evidence of anyone else being included on this list, although there's more people I suspect to have at least been aware of what was happening beforehand, if not also involved in the planning themselves. I do not believe anyone else who was mentioned in Nano's document were involved at all in the planning of anything beforehand, including Cotton, Silver, and Spite. As Nano's document states, their names were censored in it because none of them gave their consent for them to appear before it was posted. Seeing as they all made it known their names were the ones censored shortly after, they must have been contacted very shortly before it was posted. Cotton tweeted one of Nano's screenshots with her name uncensored about 2 hours after the document was posted, and Silvervale and Spite posted their own documents with Nano screenshots about 14 and 8 hours apart, respectively. The 17-day timeline. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is This is the timeline of what happened, starting with Red's messages to Nano and Shylily on 4/11 and ending with Shylily's stream on 4/28. 4/11, Red saw Nano working on a model for Shylily and messaged her about it, screenshots in Nano section. I rated Shylily for a second time and she had another off-putting response. 4/12, Red saw Nano and Shylily again and talked about her behavior towards me recently. This was the last time Nano messaged either one of us. 4:14 to 4:15, Nano showed Shylily the things that Red said about her. She was the first person Nano spoke to about it. Shylily told Nano Red was manipulating her, leading to Nano leaking more DMs. Shylily told her to contact the people affected, including Bao. Okay, this is a timestamp where she... Yes! Yes!
Anyways, long story short, that was the one message that got everything rolling because I explained how that's weird. That's cringe and manipulative to do.
Oh my
and
gosh.
bother Nano with. If she has a problem, why not come to me? And boy, that's where it started.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I dislike her so much. She is such... she's such a fucking drama
No, Chad
queen.
has a good point. It might be Vienna or Yuzu who contacted her after all of it dropped.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Shylily said the screenshots Nano showed her were from a few days ago. When she saw them, she said this was what started it all. Speculation. Oh, I like that. Whether Nano decided to show Shylily more of her messages with Red herself, or Shylily actually asked if Red ever said anything about anyone else, I can't say for certain, but can't rule out the possibility. How much of the context and content of her messages Nano showed to Lily is also unknown. Shylily convinced Nano she was being lied to, used, and manipulated. Shylily could have also instructed Nano to end contact and cut ties with Red and I, who she warned would also lie and manipulate her if she didn't. 4:15:25. I messaged Buska since I hadn't heard from Shylily in 2 weeks. He implied she'd be super busy playing anything with me anytime soon. I messaged Nano for the first time asking her to come to my stream. She never replied. Akira, Nano's new manager, messaged Red about Nano parting ways due to the artistic burnout. 4:16. Okay. Oh, this is so good. 4:16. Red messaged Akira again for more clarification on what was happening with Nano. 4:18. Nano did not message Bao. Shylily did instead, telling her they need to talk. Bao told Shylily she wasn't in the right headspace and told to wait until after surgery. However, it was rescheduled for Monday, 4/21/25. They did not talk until after Bao had recovered from surgery. Because, talking to somebody that's recovering from surgery about something like this is such a wonderful fucking thing to do,
Right?
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Speculation. Nano could have messaged Bao about this too, like Shylily suggested, but apparently didn't. Shylily was the one to reach out to Bao to tell her this information. Why? 421 to 423. Speculation. Sometime between these dates was also when my other friends first were informed and got involved with what was happening. A few of them had plans to go to a Ren Fair between the 18th and 20th. Red and I was supposed to go too, but had to cancel because of family plans for Easter. I don't think Shylily would have told any of them about this while on their trips to these dates. The last message from any of my friends was Numi in our DMs on the night of the 21st. It was uncharacteristically short. I hope the Ren Fair was fun. Numi, Tanku, Sidor, slowly just getting back to breathing normally again. On her stream on 7/22/25, Buff said, with the fire VTuber, that thing happened recently. A lot of us didn't say anything until the person who was affected said something, and we all went and said to this person, hey, do what you got to do, and they said, I want to do this, and we said, okay, girl, like, you do that, and we'll be here to support it. The way Buff Puff said this implies that my friends all knew what was happening before the person who was affected. Bao was even involved because of her surgery. A lot of us didn't say anything until after the person who was affected said something, isn't talking about something, saying something publicly, because right after, Buff said that they asked the person what they wanted to do about the situation, which Bao revealed was her choice. The VOD of this stream was made private within a week or two of it happening. Oh my gosh, I love that she caught this stuff.
So
I'm in love.
Bao. So they were trying to push Bao to do it, and Bao didn't want to do it.
No, it sounded like let's see.
Oh, I said I want to do this. Okay, never mind.
I feel like
Sorry, you're speaking so fast, and my brain is melting.
Okay, well,
trying
let's
to
listen
read.
to what Bao says.
like if I feel like I was tasked with an impossible choice, and I hated that I had to be in the position where it had to be me to say something or no one else would. And it's not about whether or not I'm right or wrong, but it's the fact that I didn't even want to be in this position to begin with. And I know that for so many people to be affected, that it was the right decision to do. But it really fucking sucks that I had to do it in the first place. And I feel like I've been given that impossible task so many times already in my career.
Okay, I think we've got enough in there.
I deem it fake crying.
Yeah, fake crying. Okay, yeah, because again, I reread what it said.
know.
I want to do this, and we said, okay, girl, like, you do what you gotta do. So, yeah, Bao wanted to fucking do this, and that is fake as fuck crying. I know real crying. That's the fake fucking crying that I see women do to try and manipulate sympathy.
Yeah. I sent my last message to Shylily to talk about whatever was going on between us. She never replied. Red sent a final message to Akira about Nano. Bao underwent her surgery and started recovery. 423. Bao finally talked with Shylily about what was going on, and they made a group chat to gather evidence, corroborate stories, and plan the documents together. Bao's editor Scarmore was involved sometime after this, most likely by her. Bao's document said, I found out about this less than 48 hours ago, and at the time it was posted on the night of 25th PST, and Lily said this was 5 days before her stream on the 28th. Speculation, it's possible that Bao's other editors, including my own video editor, may have known about this ahead of time too. 425 in PST, 426 in EST. Nano, Bao, and Scarmore's documents were posted within the same 23-minute span. Nano's at 142 EST. Bao's just 6 minutes later, and Scarmore's 17 minutes later at 2:05 a.m. EST. Sometime during this, both Red and I separate messages to Nano. Separate messages to Nano that were soon deleted, followed by her blocking us. Speculation. Their documents were posted together in the middle of the night in my time zone, so I'd be asleep when it happened. I wouldn't have a chance to do or say anything to anyone before the narrative about me was widespread, out of Shylily's fear of me manipulating my way out of it. Okay, let's listen. Let's listen.
To be honest, the only
Fucking
night
ironic.
that was difficult was the first night after dropping the first doc. The first Google Docky! Sorry. That...
I hate her. I fucking hate this woman. This woman is such a fucking cunt. I fucking hate her. After reading these DMs and after seeing all this shit, I hate her. I just sorry, I'm gonna get so fucking mad. I hate this woman.
Just hang on. Let her actually say this, because I got something I don't want to say.
That was the only tough night. That was the only tough one. It was 10 a.m. I had to go to bed. And just being scared of what the heck a literal manipulator could possibly come up with overnight. And what a shit show you could possibly wake up to. When they have a platform that they use to manipulate hundreds.
I kind of wonder if she almost said. I kind of wonder if she almost said a platform that's bigger than yours, because it is bigger than yours.
Because I was gonna say, I'm just gonna say it. This is confession through projection, because I'm like, you literally dropped this while she's asleep, so that she would have to, you know, be on the back foot. That is the shittiest, conceited thing ever to do. You are a spineless coward who just does whatever to advance yourself. Like a typical German, you know, gotta pull the Knight of Long Knives again. So hey, at least you made Uncle Adolf proud, Shy.
Oh my gosh, please don't say that. Don't say that. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, I said the first name of a fucking German.
YouTube's algorithm does not like his name. First or last.
I don't care. I don't like that. Please don't.
I'm pretty sure there's other people named that, so relax. Any fucking way before you get spurg. I was just trying to say that fuck this, fuck these pieces of shit, and fuck her specifically, because Germans are always conceited, lying manipulators.
Not all Germans, chat. Not all Germans.
You god motherfucking damn it. Do you know why I'm here, Raging Bull?
Ava.
Ava, what I sent you is technically not public yet, so be careful.
I know, I'm talking about Raging Bull. Well, saying what he said. Bad. I'm bonking you. I have to go back to sleep, but I'm bonking. I literally came in to bonk you.
Uh-huh. Good night.
Get wrecked.
All right. We're going to continue now. We speak nothing else now of that. All right. Shortly before Cotton, Silvervale, and Spite were contacted about their inclusion and possibly encouraged to make their own statements, evident by their names still being censored in Nano's document when it was posted, but Cotton tweeting out one of Nano's uncensored screenshots just 2 hours later, and Silver and Spite's documents posted the next day included Nano's DM screenshots too with their own names uncensored. They weren't contacted by Nano, but I believe by Shylily, like Bao was. I had a fight and falling out with Red before 3:29 a.m. EST, which led to me firing him at 4:24 a.m. EST. The documents and statements posted by others through April 26th and 27th weren't pre-planned alongside Nano's and Bao's and Scarmore's, so I won't list them here. 4:27. I post my apology at 4:16 p.m. EST. Bao replied to my apology with her own post at 5:22. Shylily replied directly to my apology at 6:41. Bao streamed that night to talk about everything. 4:28. Buff Puff had her stream, Shylily had her stream, Numi had her stream. Everyone else streamed their thoughts throughout the rest of the week. Oh, this is very interesting. Oh, man. Somebody check if this account is locked real quickly, please. Nano's new manager speculation. The first thing that needs to be addressed is Nano's new manager, whose messages were shown at the end of Nano's section. Who is Akira and how did they get involved? It's very hard to believe that they were ever actually Nano's manager, so how are they connected and how did they get in contact with Red? Akira is the game director of Colonel Knights and founder of game studio Enfermera Games in Argentina. Okay, so this is who they are. Interesting. Akira follows Nanolist, but nowhere on their page does it say anything about Nanolist. Nanolist does not follow Akira, and nowhere on their page or website does it say anything about Akira being her manager or business contact either. They've never contacted her on Twitter. Mio, Nanolist's husband, who's always acted as her manager, is present on Nanolist's profile. However, Momotex follows Akira as the screenshot above shows. Momo is the head lead artist of Akira's upcoming game, Colonel Hearts, and is also from Argentina. Momo is also close friends with Nano, who she saw IRL on 5/2, 5 days after I posted my apology on 4/27, and a week after. Holy shit, this woman is such a detective. What the fuck? I don't know if Nano knew Akira already, but Momo was the only connection I could find between them. In the past, Nano talked to her friends about things Red had said to her. In November of 23, it was Nano's friends who told her that it was unfair for Nano to only work with us. This is something Nano was confused about and not something Red said to her. In January 20 of 25, Nano went to her friends for advice about exclusivity when talking business with Red. In a conversation from 11/28/24, this wasn't shown in Nano's section. Nano was shown to be leaking private artwork she was working on my upcoming debut to her friend. What? Oh fuck. Nano is so fucking bad. Dude, women that share, listen, women fucking share secrets. Not all women, but I know so many fucking women that just won't keep their fucking lid on things. And I just like basically have to tell them, it's like, I can't tell you anything because if I tell you, you're literally just going to tell everybody. Why?
Man, that's why you got to do the simplest thing and NDA contract with legal penalties. So that way, if they do open their mouths, then congratulations, you just gave me $1,000 for free because you decided to open your fucking mouth. Maybe, you know, a couple thousand in the hole, and then you'll learn to shut up.
Speaking of 1,000, where's our fucking collab fee?
Yeah, where's our fucking collab fee, Akko?
Fuck you, you don't get any. Nanolis, my friend, did this.
Fucking hidden German gold I know you have.
Yeah, you got that hidden German gold. How dare you? Hiding gold from a Jew? That's anti-Semitic.
Nanolis, my friend, did this. So, okay.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Oh, welcome back, Kevin. Welcome. Day 3 already? Yes, technically.
So, hey, Kevin, just so you know, apparently you're going to get kidnapped and make a model.
No. Okay, listen,
Turns it on you, fucker! Get
Bro,
fucked.
I was joking about it. I don't have $4,000 right now, but I'm joking about it.
Remember, we were discussing about exclusivity with Kevin.
Yeah, we were talking about exclusivity, so, you know, I was just getting the contract for Kevin written up in the back. Anyways, back on topic.
That's so funny.
Okay. So Nanolis said that a friend drew this, and Redact is like, are you leaking all over the place? Oh my goodness, Nanolis. After speaking to Shylily about Red, could Nano have gone to her friend Momo, who was connected with Akira, to play the role of her new manager to Red? Akira was someone Red and I didn't know, and now we know Red's conversation with him wasn't genuine, evident by what happened after, but also by the fact Nano removed evidence of her ever being into chat to begin with. She then made Red the group leader before leaving. To leave a Discord group you own, you need to manually choose someone to be the leader. She did not choose her manager, Akira, in this chat supposedly about her commissions. She chose Red to make it look like it was his group all along, and that she was never a part of it because the actual goal was to separate us from Nano altogether. Let's see. So why was this done, and why do I think this was only after Nano spoke to Shylily? Nano avoided ever communicating directly with either Red or I again after 4/12, and I don't believe she would have gone through this effort with Akira on her own. Everything started when Shylily told Nano that the things Red said about her were lies and manipulation. Wouldn't it be likely that at some point Shylily would suggest or direct Nano to separate herself from Red and I to avoid being further lied to and manipulated? Nano then needed to find someone neither Red or I knew to separate us, since she couldn't do it herself, the same way she couldn't contact Bao herself, and Shylily had to do it for her. All right, somebody else read for a moment.
All right. Also, I'd just like to say, so the Brazilian grabs an Argentinian because we all know, well, if you're as educated as I am, Brazilian and Argentinians fucking hate each other. That is the funniest shit ever if you know the lore. And now I shall read. Nano's message screenshots, time zones, and contexts. Speculation. Before going over Nano's document, we discovered that some of Nano's screenshots are dated in 2 different time zones relative to EST. Some 1 hour ahead, and some 2 hours ahead. For her screenshots to show this, Nano's account would have to have been physically logged into 2 different time zones when taking them. Sometimes between 4/12/2025 and 4/26/2025, Nano would have had Nano would have had no reason to have these screenshots from conversations years apart and years earlier already taken before Red spoke to her on 4/12/2025, and must have had at least some taken during the same time as her conversation with Shylily just days later to show her. This is the first screenshot shown in Nano's document about exclusivity though. The first message is timestamped at 8:29 p.m. What were you going to say, Akka? You said, yo.
It's just the idea that somebody else might have logged into her account. Do you know who lives on the other side of the world from Nano?
A fucking German.
A fucking German, yes. We're going to move on now. This is Nano's message in Red's DM shown at 6:29 EST. Nano's screenshot is 2 hours ahead of EST. This is one of the screenshots about Shylily and Nano's document. The first message shows at 10:16 p.m. Here's messages in Red's DM showing 9:16 p.m. EST. Nano's screenshot is only 1 hour ahead. If Nano was the one who took all her own screenshots herself in the same 2-week span from 4/12 to 4/26, this discrepancy shouldn't exist. This shows that Nano likely wasn't acting alone when taking screenshots of her own DMs that were shown in her document. She's literally saying that somebody else logged in and took screenshots. What the fuck? Here's a list of the day. Dude, if that's the case, then Shylily did know everything and Shylily is culpable, and fuck her.
Yeah, so Shylily was manipulating. Also, hey, Nano, you dumb fuck. You don't let someone into your account, because guess what? That's the easiest way to get fucked. Fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue. Let's see here. Here's a list of dates and topics of the screenshots that appear in Nano's document and the time difference to EST. I've also listed which conversations were shown in full and which ones are missing context from her document. 5:10:23, 1 hour ahead. Spite does not show the full conversation or everything that was said about. So, dude, I fucking love this. This is awesome. 7:19:23, 1 hour ahead. Silvervale does not show the full conversation or anything from the previous conversation about Silvervale from 5:10:23. 11:19:23, 2 hours ahead. Exclusivity and it's just business does not show the full conversation. It's never shown the pivotal conversation that happened before. Oh, excuse me. 11:25:23, 2 hours ahead. Exclusivity. Oh, right, I just read that. Or no, I didn't. 2 hours ahead. Exclusivity and it's just business does not show the full conversation. It's also missing context from 11:17. 11:26, 2 hours ahead to exclusivity and it's just business. Nano's DMs with me does show the full conversation, but missing context from anything from 11:17 and was presented before any of the DMs from 11:25 with Red in Nano's document. 8:05:24, 1 hour ahead. Bow does not show the full conversation and does not show any of the vital context from the conversation on 7:26. It also doesn't show any of the following DMs on 8:06 or what is the situation led up to on 9:29. 1:15:25, 2 hours ahead. The exclusivity deal does not show the full conversation, and what is shown is manipulated to hide Nano's guilt and acceptance of the deal with Red. Yeah, and the fact that she got a free fucking Cinder figure. Here is your Cinder figure, Judas. 11:25, 2 hours ahead. Canceling the exclusivity deal does not show the full conversation. It does not show Nano's messages to Red canceling the deal. Yeah, that was the one thing where I'm just like, where I was so pissed off that people are just waving away that she doesn't show the cancellation. It's like, why do you guys not care that she's not showing why she canceled? Why can't you guys? Why? You guys are fucking retards. All of you are fucking subtarded, fucking subhuman pieces of shit.
You mean they're dented? You could just say
they're dented. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think that this is Nano stabbing Cinder with her own figure? You know, since we're doing the Caesar comparison.
No, I was doing the Judas comparison.
Was this Publius or Servilius?
Nah, Nano is too lame to be fucking Brutus. Nah, Judas Iscariot. Oh, this is fucking beautiful. Also, by the way, chat, keep on liking the stream. Keep pumping that fucking algorithm juice. Let's keep this bitch rolling. Because, good God, this is beautiful. And as I say that, money falls from the sky.
We're not going to read it right now, but I'll read it at the end here.
It was just funny.
Thanks for the tips, guys. Let me put you up on the top tips goal.
Let's see. 4:12:25, 1 hour ahead. Shylily does show the full relevant parts of the conversation. Nano said nothing incriminating, and everything Red said was claimed as false when it wasn't. The full context of, yeah, that's another thing that Lately said a lot of shit was false and it wasn't. Full context of what happened in Red's and Nano's DMs would show Nano's guilt and Red's innocence, pretty much. Breaking down Nano's document. Nano's story in her document was the basis for any information from anyone else involved being made public, with her DMs being the source of many of the claims made. How else could anyone come out publicly and use Nano's messages with my manager as evidence unless she was a victim herself? Nano lied to my friends and lied to the public, saying that what was presented in her document was truly happened. Let's go through Nano's documentation piece by piece. Posted, introduction and notes. Oh gosh, she's going to go through the entire thing. Oh.
The Google Docky within the Google Docky.
I'm going to go and hydrate and shit.
They want to make an apology?
Yep. Chat, it's time for another Google Docky.
Google Docception. Is this the first Google Docception?
This is Google Docception.
Yeah, but is this the first time this has happened? Are we actually getting our first Google Docception?
Probably.
Oh,
Probably the only
goodness.
one that's relevant.
All right, so this is where she outlines the introduction and notes. I wanted to share my experience with Cinder and Red manipulating me. Nano wasn't manipulated to do anything she didn't want to do at any point in the conversation with Red or I. Treating Nano well over the years we've worked with her is not manipulation. Red gossiping with his friend. Hold on. I need to turn the music back on. Music back, please. Come back, Deep Stone Lullaby. That's not Deep Stone Lullaby. That is. Let's see here. Red expressing his opinion without asking her to make any changes in her work is not manipulation. Both of us sympathizing with her point of view on different occasions is not manipulation. Red reassuring Nano about her wanting to cancel models no matter who it was is not manipulation. Red telling Nano about what he had against Bao after she asked him to explain it to her is not manipulation. Red and Nano negotiating a mutually agreed upon deal is not manipulation. Agreed! Using me. Nano was never used. She was cherished work partner and a friend to both me and Red. We both did everything we could for her, and I praised her countless times on stream to friends. Thank you for the... by the way, I will read everybody's stuff after this here. So
That's a good one.
Wait, hold on.
That is a cursed one. Goddamn.
Oh, gosh.
I love...
Why is he back? Why are they back? We didn't mention Bussy.
Now you did.
All right. And dragging me into drama. Now, Nano never had a problem with Red gossiping about her about drama. She had no problem with talking about the drama about Bao in January or Shylily in July. I will say, technically, she did ask to be left out of the Silvervale stuff. So you are technically wrong about that. But otherwise, you are correct. She did not care about drama. Oh, she even mentions it. The only person Nano got tired of hearing about and wanted nothing to do with the drama related to her was Silvervale because of her own relationship with her. While sabotaging, slandering, and spreading lies about people I thought were her closest friends. The only person Red had a hand in sabotaging was Bao. When Nano offered to him that she'd cancel Bao's model in exchange for paying him for her own rigging, he didn't go into the conversation with Nano looking to have anything canceled with Nano. He wanted to prevent Bao from working with her because of his own opinions as part of the exclusivity deal. He told Nano never mind when finding out about her model before Nano said it was okay and inquired further before she offered to cancel it. Oh, gosh, damn. Red didn't lie about anyone he talked to Nano about, not Spite, Silver, Bao, or Shylily. Even if some things he said could have been wrong, not could have, they were wrong. Everything he said to her was based on his own opinions, experiences, observations, and what he genuinely believed to be true. The way you'd talk to a friend. The same way my friends said how they thought Red and I worked together at home and about what they were led to believe happened. He did not maliciously lie about anyone to sabotage them. That's debatable, but okay. I don't know. I still don't trust Red. All right, I'm glad you got the DMs, but I still don't trust Red. I don't know. I wanted to share what I've endured over the years. You've seen what Nano had to endure over the years in her section of the document. Yes. I wasn't sure if what I felt and experienced working was real or just burnout. This is the only time burnout is mentioned in Nano's document, even though that was the entire reason her manager, Akira, told Red she wanted to stop working together about a week earlier. Oh, excuse me. If Nano genuinely felt this way, then she showed no signs of it to either of us, including her last messages to us. The last time she implied feeling burnout was 7 months earlier in September of 2024 when she canceled 7 models herself. The one and only time Nano specifically said she was feeling burnout to Red was in May of 24, almost an entire year earlier. Nano never expressed to me directly that she even felt this way. I think this proves that I was lied to and manipulated over the course of years while working with Cinder. This is an interesting thing to say after knowing the full context of Nano's DMs with Red, and as you'll see how many lies are present in this document to manipulate the narrative to the public, and the fact my friends were lied to and manipulated to support her. No, okay, so this is where Nano talks about how they should definitely know what each other is saying. This was an assumption made to pin all the blame for Red's words and actions on me, and there is no way Nano or anyone else could definitively say that in a single instance. In this case, it's not true. The only evidence shown to argue this case was a total of 3 screenshots of my DMs with Nano that were from 2 conversations almost 2 years apart from each other, where I was told more or less what happened between her and Red beforehand. Nano's entire document purposefully refers to both Red and I as one throughout and is to push the assumption necessary to the narrative as fact. Oh, English is not my first language. I discussed this with other native English speakers. As an excuse to why this document is not written like Nano would, and evidence that she would write and put herself together. Below you'll see what is presented first in Nano's document is what happened regarding Bao, not by talking about herself or the alleged abuse she experienced or what happened first chronologically. Nano is on record saying she doesn't care about Bao, so it's puzzling why she chose to do this herself. Yeah, I don't really care about Bao and Cotton. Ugh! Fucking based!
Yep.
Based! I love this woman. I think I'm becoming a Pyro Pup chat. Oh, fucking hell. I was not one before, but yeah, I'm very quickly becoming one. I'm not subscribing to her fansly, though. Sorry. I need to keep my heart open for another woman. And I'll subscribe to her fansly.
It's all right. I already claimed her.
You're okay. Good. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see here. And before breaking down this section about Bao, I also need to point out the problem with the presentation of her model cancellation in Nano's document. Bao's model was cancelled once in August of 24 because Nano was overwhelmed with her workload, and again in January of 25 due to her offering and agreeing to do it in a deal with Red. Nano's document misleads you into believing all of Red's messages about Bao and her model are from one time, never specifically in a difference in the presentation of messages that were over 5 months apart, but placing the DMs from January 2025 right before August of 2024. It then deceitfully manipulates the messages to leave out vital context and misconstrue what actually happened in each case. Slandering other creators. Spreading rumors while manipulating me that it's all in our best interest. Nowhere in the screenshots presented does Red say to Nano that anything would be in our best interest. Red has never said anything like this to Nano. They also complain and accuse Bao of giving their editor too much work, resulting in editor not having time for new clients, which would be important later on. Red did not make this claim against Bao and said nothing about our video editor not having enough time for new clients. Our editor wasn't seeking to take on more clients and was content editing for me and Bao only. This is what he said, and what is in the screenshots below show in her document. And this couldn't have been confused with Bao's editor, not only because she specified she was talking about our editor and what was written, but because Red's DMs specify our editor and her editor as different editor and editor as different people in the same conversation. This claim was only made to push a false narrative that we were maliciously overworking Nano, which is brought up later in her document. These screenshots show them showing their affection and appreciation, immediately followed by spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic to manipulate any future decisions regarding commissions. Here's a direct claim of manipulation by Nano with screenshotted evidence presented. However, when you have the full context, you can see the affection and appreciation Red shown was in response to Nano's own messages that were purposely cut from the document. Why weren't these messages shown? Yeah! Why weren't these messages shown, you motherfuckers? I love working.
Well, fuck you, that's why.
I know so many people that got pissed off at me for like asking why stuff wasn't included.
Right? It's like context matters or something. You know, it's very much like the remember, like, for a while everybody was like, oh, believe all, you know, SA victims, and then people were just coming out and just like, oh yeah, what was it, Pokemon, I think? And then there's a bunch of people saying that, like, oh yeah, Pokemon did that to me without any proof, and you're just supposed to believe the victim, right? Without any evidence?
Yeah. Next are 3 screenshots from January 2025 presented in our document. As you saw in Nano's section, this was not the beginning of Red's conversation with Nano about the exclusivity deal, but this is where it was chosen to start. The messages have been purposefully manipulated to remove context, so I've added back in what was missing in their messages between these images, highlighted with a white border. Oh, that's awesome. I've done this, so for the rest of our document too, I've also dated each non-sequential screenshot Nano presented in EST like they're dated in Red screenshots to show when each one happened. The chronology of events was disregarded in her document to push its narrative. Yeah, people really just didn't care about it being in order. I've also labeled the difference in time in screenshots compared to EST due to the time zone discrepancy I talked about. Dude, I bet you Sparky is so fucking happy right now. Sparky is just creaming his pants on his native land. He's a Native American, so he would like that joke. Note, the first image shown in Nano's document has Red's message about Cotton edited out of it. Nano, having no relationship with Cotton, would have no reason to do this herself, and this message was included in the screenshot in Bao's document. Nano said, I don't really care about Bao and Cotton. Yeah, so this is the screenshot. Then, so this is what was before, this is what was after, this is what was after that. And then we have this, and then we have this, and this. Oh, yeah, this is... I love fucking Cinder. Fuck yes. Ah, I love this so much. What is presented...
I guess I'm going to say, I am divorcing Nano, and Cinder is my new wife. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hey, get in line, motherfucker. All right, last frame.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I'm loving this.
Do you think maybe, dude?
I'm her new
So what you're
partner
saying is,
manager.
Sparks, what you're doing is were you giving us the good old Indian? You're giving a good old tomahawk chop.
Yeah, no, this it's like the people who say that this document's garbage and it's nothing.
Cottontail, yes.
They're brain dead idiots, but you know we
Yeah,
already
they're
knew
brain
that because all she does is lay on her back.
Is that
or
Cottontail
This is
ASMR?
what-
Yes, chat. It is Cottontail ASMR.
Yeah, this is what you want to do. I mean, they went above and beyond in this whole fucking deal. So yeah, good job. This is why it took fucking 6 months or 5 months. This is exactly why it took five fucking months for this to come out. They've been cooking on this for a while.
Beautiful.
My distrust of Germans was well founded.
Mm-hmm.
All I have to say about all this is women derogatory.
Derogatory.
me a
It's
moment.
funny that some people apparently don't even know Cottontail. It's like, damn. I mean, I guess if you knew Call Girls, you'd know her, but if you weren't into Call Girls at all, then yeah, you probably don't. But she was popular in the back of the Yellow Pages.
Well, I'll say this much right now. For that's a really good fucking catch on the time discrepancies. I didn't even fucking notice. Well, I didn't notice that one because we didn't have the base messages to look at, so we could only get that assumption with redacted messages and knowing the time zone. And unless there were just there's 2 screenshots side by side that were different, which I didn't notice on that one. But if it only looks like 1 hour, so it had to be somebody Central or East Coast. It can't be Shylily, because that'll be several hours.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. I just got to read this out. Kev said something. Kev said, I worked with Nano since 2021. I believed we were friends and could talk it over with good grace. Seeing the way she gossips about me in text is wild.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Isn't that crazy? Nano being the bitch that she says everybody else is about, that is quite literally insane. Like, I know Kevin is not doesn't want to get into drama, but if Kevin like came out and spoke, he could bury Nano. He would literally bury Nano with how horrible she's been towards him. Like again, Nano should never get work from a lot of people ever again because she will gossip about you. She will let you sign an NDA and then she will break it if she wants to. There is a ton of shit that Nano is just horrible with, and I don't think she deserves to have a platform with this kind of shit. All right.
Yeah, because it's like, that's the thing
Fucking
that's...
God damn it, Eva.
What'd Ava do?
On Twitter, the legal mindset mock jury thing or mock trial thing is like, I need somebody to defend Nanolist, and she just fucking retweeted it with an image.
I'm gonna hit you with the rock, Ava. Anyway.
She's gonna defend Nanolist in the mock trial.
God, no, please no. I'm gonna need to talk to her. Anyway, I just wanted to simply say this. Yes, a modeler or a rigger or whatever the fuck, if you're in the background, you shouldn't be causing problems. You should be nice and quiet. Hi, yes, Mr. Hypocrite is talking. Yes, thank you, everyone. But what I'm trying to get at is that you don't want a modeler who does shit like this. You want a modeler that is so inoffensive and just chill that, you know, it doesn't matter. They'll work with anyone. They'll work with maybe fucking Shy, Nyara, whatever. As long as they don't give a fuck, and it's like, hey, I get paid for a job, I do the job. And that's as far as it goes at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah.
That is the mindset you should fucking have.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll say this much about Ava. It'll be interesting because I know Ava can argue both sides of the argument. So.
I know, but I'm just saying, look, okay, fuck it. You know what? I'll just say it. The reason I say no is because it don't matter. I still think people will throw potatoes and be mad at fucking Ava for doing it, even though it's just a mock trial. It's like how some people still get unreasonably mad at the heckler, even though the heckler's fucking job is to heckle. That's all. I don't want her to catch flack for doing nothing but flexing her, you know, legal skills.
Flag from anti-Semitic.
No, I was gonna add her at that too.
It doesn't matter.
Funny.
Anyway.
Flag is black.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. Keep going.
What is presented next is a screenshot from over 5 months prior in August of 24 where Bao's model was canceled the first time. Screenshot in this image is from 8/5 at 3:13, shown 1 hour ahead of EST. And then they go over, Red asked me to cancel one of their closest friends' models. Yep. Red asked me to cancel one of my closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress. Nano's document never shows where Red asked Nano to cancel Bao's model because it didn't happen. Bao's model was canceled, but he did not ask her to do it. Not in August of 2024 or in January of 25. In the instance last year shown above Nano's document, she was the one to bring up and consider canceling Bao's model. All Red did was reassure her in 2024 that it was okay to do since it was what she implied she wanted, and ended up going through with it herself. Plus, about a week before that was canceled, Nano told Red that Bao's model hadn't even been started. How can it have been canceled mid-progress? Even though Nano documented only presents Bao's model being canceled once, all the evidence shown above was from August of 24. Let's assume that Bao's model was canceled mid-progress in 2025. While in January, Nano told Red that Bao's model was on her list, as in on her commissions list, and not in mid-progress. I do not believe Nano would cancel a project if she had a significant amount of work done or invested into properly. Red did not ask her to cancel Bao's model in January either. Nano offered and agreed to do it in their deal, but that wasn't shown or mentioned in Nano's document at all. The document could only show Bao's model being canceled in August because it couldn't show anything about it in January without implicating Nano herself. The narrative that Nano was a victim would fall apart because she gladly and willingly offered and agreed to a deal where she benefited at Bao's expense. In addition, it was easy for her to offer to cancel the model again because of the fact it was not in mid-progress. We read all of these before earlier. Yep. It was upsetting to me that Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I had planned with Bao. Her document also doesn't show where Red purposefully contacted Nano specifically to check on her canceling the model she had planned with Bao. Please mute yourself when you're sipping coffee. He messaged her to see if she had decided to cancel any other projects she had expressed interest in canceling that they were previously discussed, to which she had replied, not yet. And I can imagine how upsetting this all must have been for her, considering she was the one who brought up canceling Bao's model in the first place in August, even telling her that she didn't think she could finish the model, and in January was the one who offered to cancel Bao's model in exchange for paying her own model's rigging. Exclusivity and blacklisting. They mentioned wanting an exclusivity contract, but they didn't want to pay for exclusivity. Neither Red or I had a problem with paying Nano for model exclusivity, which was shown with our video editor artist 1 and artist 2, who will be shown in Silvervale's section. To our video editor, to artist 1, to artist 2, Nano said she wanted a monthly fee, and Red explained to her what we're looking for, which led to him talking about 3 people he didn't want her to work with. Afterwards, Nano offered to cancel Bao's model in exchange for paying for her model rigging, and that exclusivity deal about new babies would be separate from the deal they eventually came to. They made a mutual agreement without general model exclusivity and paywall being involved. Why wasn't this shown in Nano's document? That's a good question. Why wasn't it shown in Nano's document?
Good question.
But
the money, Lebowski.
But rather, when a creator from their blacklist comes asking for commission, they would guarantee me model work for Cinder only, and if they asked me for commissions, they'd commission me instead of to compensate for not working with other creators. This felt very strange. Red told Nano that if Silvervale asked her for art, we'd replace that work with our own art project. He did not specify model work or say anything about Cinder only. It must not have felt very strange to Nano at the time, because she said to herself, "It do be fair," then accepted the deal willingly to do this to Silvervale for her own gain. It do be fair, but can I ask for a Demon Cinder figure? Again, my name is Judas, and I would like the Demon Cinder figure, and I will cancel on Silvervale and Bao. This was only in regards to Silver, like Red says directly above, and never once did he suggest this apply to anyone else who'd ask her for commissions like Nano's document claimed. One of the accusations they made was overworking their editor. As you saw, this was never an accusation Red made about Bao, and this was the closest thing he said earlier in the document. It says this basis claim about overworking our editor would be important later on, so it could support another basis claim presented here. Yet their solution to me working with other creators was for them to essentially overwork me to keep me from working on other projects. This is everything. Oh my gosh. This is everything we commissioned Nano for in the past year. Nano willingly and excitingly accepted and made time for everything listed here. And besides the increase in GamerSup's work, our project cadence with her has always been consistent. We've always had Nano make my models and outfits. Hold on. With a new starting soon screen for each of my debuts. We went to her for any major artwork for GamerSup's projects because of how important she was to my brand image and how important they were to her, with the exception of my V-card artwork, specifically because they would have overloaded her work schedule. She could have always turned us down if she wanted to, and if she couldn't take our work at the time, we would have either found another artist or pushed our plans back like we always had. So these are all of her projects from March of 2024 to March of 2025. GamerSup's Waifu Cup art, 2.0 model, Pyro Puppet Edition, unreleased GamerSup's art, Bikini model art, Heaven Hound model, unreleased unreleased GamerSup's art, Heaven Hound starting soon screen, unreleased GamerSup's art, GamerSup's AFK label, Sleepy model, unreleased There's so much unreleased art. What the fuck?
All of the shit that they posted in this doc has proven that they've been always willing to accommodate Nano. So for her to argue otherwise is so fucking disingenuous.
Holy shit. The argument that we were overworking her to purposely keep her from other projects is objectively false. Also, by the way, a lot of this here, okay, so I remember roughly, with the amount of times I looked at her prices, I remember roughly how much Nanolist costs. So I'm going to start talking the prices right now. Okay, Waifu Cup art, 5,000. No, I'll just say off the prices because I've softly memorized her prices. GamerSup's Waifu Cup art, $5,000. 2.0 model, $10,000. Unreleased GamerSup's art, $5,000. Bikini model outfit, $5,000. Heaven Hound model, $10,000. Unreleased GamerSup's art, $5,000. $5,000. $5,000. $5,000. $10,000. $5,000.
In what world do you need to charge that much fucking money for artwork?
Unless
I understand with the model
unless her artwork is 2,500. Hold on, I might be wrong on that. It's either 2,500 or 5,000 here. Let me pull up the let me pull up my screenshots because I still kept this shit.
While you pull that up, unless you are making like some god tier art, like you're close to the Mona Lisa or something, you could be entered into a museum. Unless you're like Banksy or something, and I'm not impressed with him. Then this kind of shit is ridiculous. 5,000.
Yeah, like
art.
I'm getting one commission right now, and with the character reference sheet along with the model and rigging, I've only paid like $800.
Exactly. Like, and I know people that are roughly 300 for a model. 300, yeah. And then they add so much, they put so much effort.
Fuck, I don't know where I stored it. I know it's on my computer though.
that is how it goes. Because guess what? The more people there are, the only reason your prices increase is from popularity. And, you know, you increase it because you don't want to take on so much work. That's the reasons you up prices. But at a certain point, I'd say, if you're making a good, comfy chunk of fucking change to live off of with each model, then at a certain point you just say, you know, if other people ask and they...
Cinder has paid out to Nano.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But I'm just trying to say, it's like at a certain point, what you should be doing is just telling people, no, I'm not taking on any more clients. Because at a certain point,
learn how to do rigging. Holy shit, or fucking something like that. Because I'm clearly in the wrong market here.
Yeah, no, because it's basically you're paying for Gucci at a certain point. Like this bitch is like buying a Gucci watch.
Yep.
It's like fucking
art comms are $2,000. Okay, I was wrong. Art comms are $2,000. So I'll start over again. $2,000, $10,000, $2,000, $5,000. $10,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $10,000, $2,000. That's still, all right. If we add it all up, that's still a shit ton of money just for 2024. Let's see it. I'm gonna do the silent math in my head. So let's see here. Mouse, where are you? You're right there. 2, 10, 14, 19,
yeah, that is
29,
ridiculous. Like I can
31, 33,
being like 2,000.
35, 37,
model artist, but come on,
47, roughly almost $50,000 from one person alone. Almost $50,000. Now, here's the thing you have to remember, chat. That is base, no additions, no changes. A lot of these models are going to have different changes with them and have different things associated with them. Okay, lots of them.
Yeah.
Also, 50K in a year. You can live off that pretty comfortably.
By the way, that's one person.
She's getting multiple clients at the same time.
That's one per. Now, here's the thing you have to remember. This is provided that Cinder has no add-ons to her stuff. I remember we did a rough estimate of the money for Shylily's new model. It was over 20 grand. So Shylily paid over 20 grand for her new model, roughly. I think it's more. So let's say that these two models here, because she had the 2.0 model, and then she has this model here, both $10,000. I'm betting it's easily over 15, easily. All right, easily. Yeah. So it's easily into the 60s or 70s from one VTuber in 1 year, and she worked with 7.
And not only that,
7
Brazilian. So 50,000 or 70K or 100,000.
Once you hit 50, you're considered a rich person in Brazil. 50K is considered rich.
Yeah.
So she literally was just milking this at this fucking point, and then crying because I'm overworked. Yeah, well, at a certain point, it comes to you need.
Hey, you could have slowed down at any time. It seems like you had a really good fucking income coming in.
And don't forget, Nanolis also came up and asked Red to pay to cancel all the other art commission models. There was about 7 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, like these other countries like that. What was it? I think I remember an old DN stream where he said his rent was literally like for 3 months like a couple $100 in US.
Keep talking for a minute.
Exactly.
I think he lives in like the Philippines or something. So it's like, you know, those smaller those countries are not the US or anywhere like these first world countries. So yeah, like that kind of money is like you're a fucking king over there.
Pretty much. I mean, shit, with the money I have now, I could comfortably fuck off to Philippines or Malaysia, and I could live as a rich king till my dying fucking day.
No Thailand for all the lady boys?
No, that's Aka's department, not mine.
All right.
Also, 2 of those models were iron mouses, so you can pretty much guarantee those had 20 outfits each, about 20 different hairstyles and whatever too. So iron mouse, you could just basically 10 times what that model price is for both of them.
And not only that, but the stupid thing of like, oh, you're limiting me. Limiting you? What the fuck do you mean? You're getting paid to literally sit on your ass and just do stuff in your house. Oh no, but I want to hang out with other people. Okay, and that comes with the risk of now you're not going to have a, reliable source of income. Sometimes, motherfuckers, if you got a good deal, you got a good fucking thing going, then maybe just stick to the plan. As
Be the
Mike
first one to make a
Earntrout
live
said.
2D model that's minted to the blockchain.
Okay. 50K is like $500,000 in the Philippines. Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, if you do that, I'm gonna fight you.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep now.
Good night. The argument that we were overworking her to purposely keep her from other projects is objectively false. The only project she was kept from was when she offered to cancel Bao's model and made a deal with Red in January. And any potential Silvervale project she would have been kept from, she never was, because she went back on her agreement a week after model rigging was paid for, and as soon as Silver asked for her artwork. Silver didn't lose out on working with Nano. The last time she implied feeling overworked was 7 months earlier in September, when she canceled 7 models herself and had no problem doing so when she wanted to lighten her workload. She would have done the same to us, but never did. She just wanted to do Cinder stuff. Nano's document goes from, they didn't want to pay for exclusivity, which was untrue. Nano said the new model exclusivity would have been a different deal than what her and Red eventually agreed on, and payment wasn't included in the deal they made. 2, but rather when a creator from their blacklist comes asking for a commission, they would guarantee me a model for work for Cinder only. By the terms of the agreement she agreed to, if she turned down a commission for Silvervale, we'd replace any income with a project of our own that she would otherwise lose by doing so. 2, yet their solution to me working with other creators was for them to essentially overwork me to keep me from working on other projects. The solution was the deal Red and Nano agreed to, but wasn't shown in her document. How could we have been overworking Nano by replacing Silvervale's projects she would have otherwise accepted anyway? Does that mean when Silver asked her for artwork and Nano walked back on the deal, Silver was then overworking her? Or only if she turned Silver down and we gave her a replacement project, then that would be us overworking her? This conclusion doesn't make sense. Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all, and is a blatant lie about what happened, strung together to make it sound like we're abusing Nano when we weren't. The message below shows that their primary concern... Okay, so this is talking about the value of model prices. Their primary concern is the more Cinder models I make, the less valuable my existing models become, that by working with other people, I somehow making my existing models less special. I'm just going to quote a part of what Red said in Nano's section. His full reasoning can be found here. To Red, it was a matter of supply and demand, just like a rare trading card. The more Nano models made, and the more often she would, the less valuable they'd become for the people who'd have them. Nano's models are credible quality, extremely unique, and highly sought after, but they each individually be less special or valuable if there were 100 of them rather than only 10. From a VTuber's perspective, your visual identity is extremely important. Your design, your model, and its art style are a huge part of what makes them who they are and how they represented or recognized. The few VTubers with their model art style, the more unique it is to have it. They stand out more, and it becomes more personal, defining feature of the VTuber representing that artist. We all know of at least one VTuber who has the only model art from a certain artist, or one of a handful of models from them. The more models that artist makes, and the easier it is to get one, will inherently lessen the perceived value of the VTuber's visual identities of those who have those models. The following is a screenshot of them.
That is so stupid.
It is stupid. I understand the idea, but it is stupid.
Like, I remember when HoloLive and them, when they get that, everybody would be like, oh shit, they share the same model artist. That's so sick. Like fucking Bay, was it Bay and Callie? It's like
I don't
they share
know.
a similar artist, and like, or it was like Ollie and Box and stuff like that. And it's like people are like, oh shit, they're related. You know, people got hyped for that shit.
Yeah, it just creates
for at least
more
the
hype.
corpo scene.
It creates hype for the two talents, but then also it means more people have eyes on the creator, because the creator does benefit if their work is good. That's how this fucking works. That's why, just to sum up my position for people that didn't hear me last time. Long story short, I think Red's thing is kind of stupid. It's another business mindset, but I find it to be a stupid one because, again, when we're talking about something you have to hand make that you can't, make it to where the process is on a conveyor belt, it's always going to be of, one, high quality, supposedly, and then two, it's always going to be very costly and time consuming. So they are going to be rare. You can't upscale shit like that.
Yeah.
So all it would do is just create more eyes, more attention, more people liking, more people wanting Nano, yada yada, and everyone benefits. That's kind of how the logic
works in other industries. I understand it for like with guitars when people make limited runs. I understand that, but like,
yeah,
this isn't that.
Correct. This is more so like a fucking Les Paul. You're probably gonna clown the fuck out of me, but the only thing I know are Les Pauls.
Don't worry, I clown on Les Pauls all the time. But no, that's what I was talking about. Is like Gibson Les Pauls. They'll be like, oh, here's limited run of signature artist here, 200 of them, signed by the artist or whatever, and then they charge a shit ton of money for them, and they never reissue those models again. There's one of 200 or one of 50 or one of 100.
Correct.
And then those gain inherent value over time. They become more valuable because there was only 200 or whatever of them made. So it works in that. Works for that.
But it doesn't work for stuff like, you know, VTubing and shit.
Yeah, this is an artist. This is an artist who has a style. And more people are going to get into this model artist to make their shit. Like, yeah, they all have a similar style, but I mean, as long as the person designing it, or as long as the people requesting the designs aren't just ripping from other models Nano has made, they're not really going to suffer from same face syndrome and all that shit. Like,
exactly, because that's the key
Wrap it up.
point. Yes.
Just wrap it up a little bit, all right?
We're done.
Okay.
We're just waiting on you.
Well, yeah, I was waiting on you guys to be done, honestly. It's okay. Following the screenshots is of them of setting up the blacklist, saying I'm not allowed to work with any new clients or create new outfits for Silver Rail, specifically justifying those things by saying that with each model my art becomes less unique and special, therefore Cinder somehow will become less special. The following is a screenshot of Red setting the terms to start negotiating an exclusivity deal, specifying that her existing model clients and her artwork commissions would be unaffected. How Red justified the terms he started with doesn't matter. Nano didn't have to agree with him. They never spoke about his thought process here and still reached an agreement at the end of their conversation. Mouse, where are you? There it is. The idea that my artwork as an artist and designer is devalued by working with other people is insane and hurtful. Red's model analogy should have never been shared with Nano unless he actually explained to her what he was talking about. Again, I agree. He never forced Nano to agree with him, and both of us could see and understand both sides of the argument, which is why it wasn't brought up since 2023 until he went to Nano about exclusivity. Nano didn't push back or question it when Red said it was still willing to negotiate as an exclusivity deal that would have prevented her from working with other people. After realizing what taking a deal with them would really mean for my workload and my mental health, I backed out. The way this was written makes it seem like Nano never agreed to a deal with Red when she actually did, but it's purposefully never shown in her document. Nano said the deal was fair and gladly accepted it, but it specifically cut off the screenshots from her document. Red asked her to confirm the details of the agreement, and she did. She only backed out a month later when she had already gotten what she wanted, and because Silver approached her for a commission and she couldn't turn her down. Her messages canceling the deal to Red were, again, never shown. Her workload wasn't and wouldn't have been affected at all, and other than having less work, other than canceling Bao's model, which was presented only after the burnout. I'm going to screenshot that, and I'm going to make two tweets. I'm going to make two here. Oh, hold on. I'm going to get rid of you.
While you're doing that, so I just want to say to chat, correct. So again, I'm not saying that I'm not business minded. I'm just saying that he has a different style of business mind, because that's the thing. Even in business, there's different mindsets. We're not all the same. We're not all bugs, guys. Oh, and you guys keep saying smug. Smug who? I actually don't know.
Smug Alana. I really don't want to talk about other content creators about this, all right? I'm going to reserve my opinions from that in another video, because that by then all of the opinions will come out and I will see who really needs to be blasted and who is like just misled. All right. Okay. But I'm not going to give a lot of opinions about that today. All right.
Relax.
All right.
Relax.
I'm more talking to audience, not you.
Okay.
Screenshot from 115 shown as 2 hours ahead of EST. Oh, excuse me. These screenshots jump to the end of their conversation an hour later, but cut off right before Nano calls the deal fair and accepts it to make the argument she never agreed to a deal with Red. Screenshot from 115 at 7 p.m. So we go from 4:48 p.m. or 6:12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Another example of speaking ill of other creators right away after they saw I was working with Shylily, trying to once again make the idea of working with other clients seem like I'm setting myself up with problematic people to get me to reconsider working with them. That's not at all what happened or was implied to Nano by Red in their conversation. At no point did he say anything about reconsidering work with Shylily or to cancel her plans. Red told Nano what I had been experiencing with Shylily because he thought her working with Nano on a model could be correlated, and he always gossiped with her as a friend. Again, shouldn't do that, but she is a friend, so I know exactly why she did it. They also continuously kept asking about my other clients' plans, to which had been done for well over 2 years between Red and Nano, with her willingly sharing with them in a scary amount, even about Shylily, which is what this is in reference to. For Nano to suddenly imply this was a problem to her is contradictory to the years of her own behavior, and immediately went into slandering Lily. Red did not slander Shylily. The things Red told Nano were true to what I was actually experiencing with her, and Lily actually admitted to all of it. It's not slander. You can't sue her for it. Keep trying to bring drama in as reasons for me to go exclusive, and that working only with Cinder is them trying to look out for me. The deal Red and Nano had was made 3 months earlier and ended 2 months before this conversation. It only involved 3 people. Nano and Red never talked about exclusivity beyond what happened here, and Nano never said it was off the table. Red would had to have convinced her to go exclusive, somehow using drama to do that. It was a matter of making another deal, like Nano said. She was the first one to bring up the possibility of exclusivity. In their conversation about Shylily, there was nothing about exclusivity, working only with me. This drama was any kind of reason for her to do so, or Red even saying he was looking out for her. This claim misleads you again to believe that Nano never agreed to a deal with Red to begin with when she actually did. Hold on. Screenshot from 412 at 9:16 to 9:25 and talking about Lily. Occo gonna need sleep coma. Don't worry, chat. We're going to bed in a couple hours here. We're flipping through this really quickly. Maybe we'll get through all of this. Who knows? The idea that they needed to stay informed and gauge the competition is extremely upsetting and toxic to me. Sharing her plans has never bothered Nano in the years of working with Red, and for her to flip her opinion out of nowhere is unbelievable. Besides willingly sharing what she was doing with Shylily 2 weeks before I was canceled, she even shared her project plans with Silvervale after canceling her deal with Red because of it. And Red never used the phrase gauge the competition like is quoted in Nano's document. These are the closest things to what he said. The competition they're referring to are people I thought they considered friends who always helped, supported, and platformed Cinder. The competition referred to in these messages shown was one person, not plural. Red said he thought we'd have to start considering Shylily as competition with how she was treating me at the time of this conversation. I did not start to view her this way and only wanted to fix what was going on, evident in my message to her on 4/21. The last message that she sent. By the way, chat, I posted this on Twitter. I think a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people, well, 3 people at the very least. That's a lot of people, so... When I pushed back, the immediate response was blaming the other creators and implying they initiated it by trying to work with me. No, Shylily working with Nano was not the catalyst for Red thinking this way, but it was the reason he talked to Nano about her. Again, this conversation is about Shylily, not plural creators. Red said to Nano that it felt like we'd have to compete with Shylily and start considering her as competition because of her unwarranted actions and change in attitude towards me. She was not treating me like a friend, and working with Nano on a new model was just another thing on top of what I was already experiencing that Red thought was related. Excuse me. And somehow that justifies their actions. What actions? What actions did Red take against Shylily in his messages to Nano besides asking Nano questions and daring to tell her what Shylily was doing towards me? I can't follow you on Twitter. I don't know what your Twitter @ is. You'll throw me your Twitter @. They implied Lily ignored Cinder when she spent over a minute thanking the raid, which you can see in this clip. Red said that Shylily won't acknowledge me by name, not ignore my raid. Red clearly says in his messages to Nano that I raided Shylily a couple times, but Nano's document only addressed one of them. Nano included an exact timestamped link to one of the 2 times I raided Shylily that Red told about in Cinder's defense. Here's a link to that raid. Shylily greeted the raiders and didn't say hi to me or thank me for the raid. I didn't see it when it happened, but if you were to watch for another 5 minutes, after she basically moved on with her stream, you'd see that they then did quickly thank me for the raid. If she was able to greet my raiders when the raid first happened, then why wouldn't she have also said hi and thanked me then? I wasn't upset about this since it was just one raid. However, what wasn't linked in Nano's document was the second, more recent raid Red told Nano about from 411, a day before he spoke to her about how Shylily was acting. Shylily didn't say hi or thank me for the raid like you'd expect your friend to do or any streamer to do. She said hi to my raiders, but didn't thank them either. She goes on to read one of my chat messages, but this was the second time Shylily had an off-putting reaction to me sending her community in the last couple of weeks. Fuck my throat. I was a part of ghosting my messages. The same day as the raid, Red saw Nano working on a new model for Shylily for the first time. He thought it could be connected to how she was acting towards me. In the past, Silvervale, who Red and I knew had a problem with me, purposely refused to say my name when I raided her, continuously ghosted my messages, and got a model from Nano at a suspicious time, among other things, which will all be shown in her section. These specific experiences with someone else who we knew didn't like me further led both Red and I to believe that Shylily had something wrong with me for some reason. I will talk about my rage to Shylily again when I go over the things that she said herself. Okay. Alright, Rage or Hurtbox, it's your turn to talk. I need a break.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so... Yeah, give me a sec. So, what do you want me reading? The drama...
yeah,
drama
we're not
Nano?
reading the screenshots because this is all shit we've already read.
Gotcha. The drama Nano's talking about in the next screenshot is specifically in regards to Silvervale after she canceled the exclusivity deal. The only time Nano had ever said she didn't want to be involved in drama was around Silvervale. She never had a problem with Red gossiping to her about drama, and had no problem talking about the drama about Bao in January, or about Shylily in April. The baseless claims being referred to here was me telling Nano people were still comparing us to this day, which was true and had affected me for years. I agree that I was guilt-tripping Nano with this message. I was upset that she went back on this deal because it was a last resort that could have ended one of the biggest direct comparisons people drew about me and Silver when she eventually got a new model from someone else. The outcome of this conversation and Nano's decision didn't change because of it, and we reached a mutual understanding. These screenshots below were 2 months before the conversation Red had with her about Shylily in February of 2025, when she told me about her canceling her agreement with Red. Screenshots from 2/11/2025 at 5:18 p.m. to 9:13 p.m. EST, shown as 2 hours ahead of us EST.
Alright, scroll down.
Her messages canceling the deal with Red the day before she messaged me about it were never shown in her document.
Alright, start here.
Justifying their behavior by stating that they are simply looking out for me when none of this has anything to do with me to begin with, and manipulating me. Justifying their behavior by stating that they are simply looking out for me. Once again, where is the message where either of us state that we are simply looking out for Nano? I justified my behavior with how I felt towards Silvervale because of the actions of her and her community towards me. When Nano came to me about how she felt and didn't want to be involved in drama around Silver, I was okay with it and didn't hold it against her. She didn't need to agree to the terms of exclusivity deal if she didn't agree with Silvervale being included, but she did. And manipulating, Nano was not manipulated to say what she said to me. There was no loss of work for Nano with Silvervale or any other clients due to mine or Red's actions. The reason why she ultimately went back on the deal she agreed to was because Silver approached her about a commission and Nano couldn't turn it down. Another example of going after other clients of mine from before, claiming that having more clients alongside them makes my work less special. with the recurrence of It's Just Business. Neither of us have gone after other clients of hers. Unless you count Red and Nano's negotiation about exclusivity, here is what Red said about Nano's work being less special from November 2023, which was referred to in the screenshots in my DMs shown in Nano's document below. This is what he said, and there was no conversation further about it. It was the one and only time he brought up the value of Nano's model other than mentioning it once when negotiating their exclusivity deal in January 2025. As was explained before, the dishonest framing of It's Just Business by Nano's document was intentional. The conversation with the use of It's Just Business was from November of 2023. Nano clearly understood what we meant by it back then for it to never have come up again until her document was written. Manipulating me into believing that working with her is special for multiple reasons and that I risk losing that special something as a client if I prefer to work with others. I agree that me saying, but if you prefer to work with other clients instead of me, was guilt tripping her. I regret how I phrased this, but I already accepted her decision by my use of It's Just Business, like Red had said to her the day before. Neither me or Red tried to change Nano's opinions or her decision, and she was not manipulated to change her position on what she wanted. We both agreed with her and accepted it. I thought that I wouldn't be a Nano model only VTuber anymore because of her not having a lot of time for my projects to keep up with my model cadence. I thought I'd have to find another model artist, which is why I reminisced about my first model with her. I told her it felt special to only have her model art for my outfits, and to let me know if she wouldn't have time for me to only use her artwork for my models. Not to be the one single VTuber with her model art. No acknowledgement of my reasoning and need of working with other clients due to the nature of my work solely focused on their issues. Here's what was said to Nano in both mine and Red's DMs with her during this situation. All of these messages are from the same conversation and appear in the screenshots from Nano's document below. However, they're separated among 3 topics the document covers. Red and I understood Nano's position and agreed with her. We didn't force her into anything or force her into thinking a certain way to her own detriment.
Alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, my mouth is so tired right now.
Well, then go get some tea and have a break.
I don't have tea.
Well, that sucks. Go have some warm water. Yes, Red spoke for me all the time to lots of different people because that's been his job as my manager, and I trusted him. But Red also spoke for himself and for the brand. No, we didn't always agree on our feelings or wants. There's been many times he's had to walk things back because I disagreed, or we've had to compromise on decisions. To assume that in every single instance forever that we were 100% in agreement on things is crazy. There were a total of 2 times Nano had ever messaged me about her conversations with Red. This situation from 2023 and when she canceled the exclusivity deal in 2025. Like I pointed out when talking about It's Just Business in Nano's section, Nano's document presents my conversation with Nano from this situation before any of the context of Red's conversation with her that happened a day earlier, deceptively masking the context of my use of the phrase unless you were paying attention to the dates of the messages in Nano's documents. You never know the timeline of events. Shitbag. In the full context of the conversation from the screenshots below, Red never said anything about Nano being exclusive to us, or ever ever told her to only work on Cinder related things. He never said every design was a Cinder clone, because his reasoning wasn't about other models being Cinder clones. The messages in the screenshots happened in November of 2023, over a year before the exclusivity deal. But Nano's document doesn't point that out. Here is everything Red said that Nano took as him asking her not to work with anyone but me. He was confused in his message because he never asked her to do this, or was somehow making her do this. And then it's just all the things we saw in Nano section. Red's full thought process behind Nano's work being less special and no longer unique was explained in her section, but he didn't explain his point of view to her. This was not a black and white issue, and Red and I could understand both sides of it, ultimately sympathizing and agreeing with Nano's perspective. Screenshots from 11/25/2023 at 8:46 a.m. to 8:59 a.m. EST, shown as 2 hours ahead of EST. Both mine and Red's use of "it's just business" or similar phrases were dishonestly misinterpreted and twisted to fit the idea that it was to somehow justify sabotaging others. Like I explained before, the phrase was used to accept Nano's decision in 2023, regardless of our feelings on that decision. If you were to actually read the screenshots that were presented in Nano's document right below this, that you'd understand that in no way is Red using the phrase "business is business" to try and sabotage anyone. If you only look at my messages without context of Red's conversation with Nano happening the day before, then it looks like I'm saying it's just business about Nano canceling models. That is not what I meant. I spoke to Red about his conversation with Nano before hearing from her, and my use of "it's just business" was in reference to what he said, presented out of order, out of context, and if you're someone other than Nano who hadn't experienced talking to Red and I back to back in this situation, you'd see my messages to Nano and get the wrong idea. Nano's document purposely showed my message first, without any context before it, to manipulate the narrative. Screenshots from 11/25/2023 at 9 a.m., 9:24 a.m. EST, shown as 2 hours ahead of EST. Making sure none of this reaches the other VTubers and I is all kept hush-hush, while also providing proof that they know what they do is ill-intended and should not get out, as it would cause issues for Cinder's career to be painted in this light. The example in the next screenshot is after Nano canceled Silver Veil's model. Red did not ask her to make her do it or target Silver in any way. Obviously, he wouldn't want Nano to tell Silver it was my fault, because it wasn't, or the fact they were talking about her at all. The only time Red asked Nano to keep things between them about another VTuber was when they made their exclusivity deal. Not only to keep what he said between them from other VTubers, but to keep what he said and did against Bao from me as well. Note, the uncalled shot at Silverveil is even spoilered, a hidden message in Discord, so it wouldn't accidentally be leaked. Pointing out and claiming a message was hidden so it wouldn't accidentally be leaked as the reason doesn't make any sense. Red fully trusted Nano to keep things private between them, not just one censored message. Who else would that one message in Nano's DMs that was immediately buried be accidentally leaked to if it wasn't spoilered? Nano leaked that exact message here, and hiding did nothing to stop it from getting leaked after all. Should have said at all, but yeah. The constant obsession with Silverveil. There were a total of 3 major instances where Silverveil came up in Red's messages with Nano. 2 of which were in 2023, the other in January 2025. And in the aftermath of those cases were the only times Nano and I talked about her. My experience with Silvervale is explained in her section of this document, claiming that she is asking for it by causing this unspoken competition, which is coming from absolutely no other source other than Cinder herself. No other source other than Red. These are Red's words. He did not say she was asking for it, and sympathize with Silver's perspective. The exact screenshot is shown next in Nano's document. I did view Silver as competition, but not until 2024, which will be shown in her section. And the last message Nano presents below in May 2023, where Red is talking about spite, not Silvervale, but it's never pointed out that this is about someone else from a different time. This is all that was shown about spite, and Nano's document didn't include anything about Red asking and Nano agreeing she wouldn't work with spite for some reason, even though it helped Nano's case. I'd like to highlight the irony of expecting to be entitled to recognition for her own effort and size when her own efforts are tied to sabotaging this very same VTuber. Me trying to gain Silver's recognition came far before there was any kind of effort to ever try doing anything against her. They were not simultaneous, and a huge majority of the context around my relationship with Silvervale over the years was never explained to the public, including by myself in my apology. Also, feeling entitled and insisting to be recognized by someone else is odd. I didn't feel entitled to be recognized by her. I felt pressured to. On one hand, I was being harassed for being similar to her, and on the other, I was constantly asked to do things with her. If at the bare minimum we could get along on Twitter, it would have stopped the hate and satisfied fans wanting us to interact. Similar to how another couple popular VTubers that had beef in the past publicly ended the feud between them. But Silver couldn't allow herself to even do that. I hope everything makes sense and everyone who has been hurt, manipulated, or sabotaged by her will find closure. I hope the events presented here make even more sense than they did before. Nano's message screenshots, manipulation, speculation. Another thing I'd like to point out is the fact that Nano's screenshots presented in both her and Bao's documents were manipulated after Nano had already given them to Shylily and Bao, meaning that someone helped Nano cover up information and proving Nano did not originally present the screenshots to them this way. Here is one of the screenshots in Nano's document. The bottom is cut off. Here is the same screenshot from Bao's document. The image is in higher quality. The censorship is done differently. And the bottom, where Nano says the deal was fair, is present. Nano was the only one who could have had these screenshots from her DMs with Red to give to Bao to use. Even the timestamps of the DMs are the same. If Bao's document had the full screenshot, then that means Nano showed them the full screenshot. But at some point after showing Shylily, Bao and my friends, it was decided to edit the screenshot in Nano's document to crop out her calling the deal fair, removing her guilt. Another example is of the image of Red's message about cotton. In Nano's document, the message about cotton is deliberately doctored out of the image as if it never existed. Nano, who had no relationship with Cotton and is on record saying she didn't care about her, would have had no reason to do this. But Bao's document shows the message and just censors Cotton's name. It also contains the message at the bottom, unlike the screenshot Nano's used. I'm unsure why Bao's own name is censored in the screenshot from her document. So, if my friends knew what the full screenshot showed here, but they were manipulated in Nano's document before showing them to the public who did it. At the very least, I know that Nano's specific message calling their deal with Red fair was seen by Shylily, Bao, and my friends. My friends who were involved are not stupid. They wouldn't have done this to me if Nano didn't show them everything that happened.
That's too much
first,
good faith.
Right?
That's too much good faith. I know what she's doing, but that's too much good faith.
I originally thought that, as my friends, they would have wanted to be fully informed on everything that happened before making their decision to cancel me. Unless the first person Nano contacted, the one who told Nano she was being manipulated to begin with, the one who contacted Bao for her, was backing all her claims to them. I believe with Shylily already on her side, Nano lied to her about her experiences with us from the start to hide her own guilt and push it all onto us. How could she show Shylily what she did and said about one of her best friends, Bao? If Shylily was only shown the snippets of the DMs that Nano chose to show her, she wouldn't have cared what the full context was. Shylily saw what Red said about her, and that was enough for her to agree with whatever story Nano told her, with whatever little evidence was given for it. The rest of my friends could have just been told by Shylily and Nano what happened, and also weren't shown anything beyond Nano's cherry-picked screenshots, completely trusting in their story and jumping to conclusions because of their past experiences, especially in Bao's case, who was right out of surgery, whose most trusted friends were telling her what happened and posted her document 2 days later, supporting the idea they may not have seen everything, is that no one tried to contact me about any of this and may have been manipulated not under the guise that I'd be the one to manipulate them. If they did, they would have heard a contradicting story. So Nano's the manipulator, not Shy. Shy's just
I don't know.
pissed off,
I don't know. I'm still not sold yet. Still not sold yet.
I'm just... The fuck you mean you ain't sold yet?
I still think that Shylily should be, until Shylily comes out and says something, I still believe that she should take responsibility.
No. Let me put it to you like this, Akko, because you're misunderstanding my words here. What I'm saying is, Nano was the key manipulator that got the ball rolling. Shy still fucked over Cinder and got everyone to gang up and coordinated this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Nano was the one that was like, oh god, I'm gonna get flamed because I canceled so many people. And then decided to go and, hang out with Shy and spin up a story to throw it all onto Cinder. That's what I'm getting from this. Because again, who's the one living in a mansion? Oh, Nano. Well, sorry. As close to a mansion as you can get in the swamps of Brazil. Anyway. What was Nano's motive to leak messages to Shylily and to eventually post this document? Speculation. Everything that was posted on top of Nano's claims, but if her story isn't true, she wasn't manipulated and Red didn't lie to her, then what was her motivation? Nano's Nano's manager, Akira, told Red that Nano wouldn't be working with us anymore due to artistic burnout and for no other reason. Burnout is mentioned once in Nano's document, and she showed no signs of burnout in our conversations with her for 7 months. Since I was canceled, she's continued to work on more than plenty of projects. It doesn't make sense as a motive. As can be seen from our DMs, Nano was always treated well by us and was always excited to work on my projects, even right up to her last message to us. Not wanting to work together wouldn't be her motive. Since working with Nano, my work alone has made her over $100,000, with about $60,000 of that being within the last year from when I was canceled.
I was right!
Yeah. Given that I was her most frequent client, she wouldn't have had a monetary reason to do this. Nano's reasoning behind many of her claims written in her document are contradictory to how she behaved for years and how she responded to situations when they happen. Those couldn't have been her motive. Nano only leaked her DMs with Red after he talked about Shylily. Why was that her turning point? If Nano had concerns about what Red was saying about Shylily, then why didn't she ask him for evidence? Why didn't she come talk to me about it? Because she suspected Red, who's been on her side for years, of lying before she'd ever suspect the Shylily of any wrongdoing. I believe Nano was curious about the things Red said about Shylily and asked her about them. Shylily lied to Nano about her own actions and told her she was being manipulated by Red. If we're to believe that Nano was so easily manipulated by my manager in their casual conversation, then how likely is it that Nano could have been manipulated, used, or pressured by the biggest pissed off indie VTuber, Shylily, directly throughout this whole ordeal?
Oh.
I mean, good claim. I can see it.
This is, again, it's just speculation. It's not a claim, it's
I know.
speculation.
I know. I will just say this, though. Here's the thing. That means even if Shy throws Nano under the fucking bus, guess what? You still look like a shitbag, Shy, and you always will. Nano betrayed Red's trust in her after believing everything Shylily said and either willingly leaked more DMs to Shylily for her opinion or Shylily asked Nano if there was more to see. There was no backing out now. She had to go along with the events that came next and carefully maneuvered her way to the best possible outcome for herself. Nothing from Nano's DMs could be made public without her cooperation, and her cooperation wouldn't make sense if she wasn't also a victim. Shylily is lying to Nano, inadvertently gave her the excuse and support she needed to blame all of her actions on Red and I without ever having to show for it. Nano leaking messages, hiding the truth, and going along with the plan to post her document was about self-serving self-preservations in the eyes of Shylily, my friends, and the public, at the expense of people who supported her for years. So yeah, you're still a piece of shit, Nano. Fuck you. Who wrote Nano's document? Speculation. I do not believe Nano wrote her own document, and whoever did manipulate the information Nano had and maliciously wrote about me. Nano then presented it to the public, and the real author kept their hands clean from any direct involvement. Where have I heard that before? Nano's document states itself that she did not write it or put it together. This is further evidenced by the fact Nano's DMs are typed completely differently to how her document was written. Her document starts with Bao's involvement, not herself, and not about what chronologically happened first. Nano is on record saying she didn't care about Bao. The message from Red about Cotton hurting one of our friends was cut out of the screenshots in Nano's document. Nano would have no reason to do this, and she's on record saying she didn't care about Cotton. Nano had no prior relationship with our friend who hurt her, who was hurt either. Oh, give me a sec.
Oh, we're almost page 100.
Are we past 600 yet? I've forgotten.
We're almost on page 100 of this.
No, I'm saying in total. Are we on like 500, 600?
I have no idea, man.
I last can a while ago.
I know Cinder or Silvervale's got a lot in there too.
I was gonna say, Hurt Box.
Yeah.
I tagged you in.
Okay, we're not reading the screenshots unless it's new information. Oh, you're throwing in the towel?
Fuck you.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Where? All right. Where? Which bullet?
We're not
point
reading
are
the
we at?
screenshots. The very first bullet.
Very
point,
first
the
one.
Nano's
We're not.
document.
We don't read screenshots.
Oh,
I'll be
who wrote
scrolling
Nano's
through
document?
them.
Yep.
Unless the screenshots
Yep.
themselves are new information that we haven't seen. This is it's all information
they're
we've
all the
read.
same. Yeah. Okay, so the Nano's document states itself, bullet point, first one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nano's document states itself that she did not write it or put it together. This is further evidenced by the fact Nano.
No. We're down here at the
I
fourth
was gonna
one.
say, bro, if you have it on your screen, look at Akko's screen.
Oh, is it the one in between the two screenshots?
Yeah.
Okay, so that first one. The way Nano's document claims she felt.
Yeah.
Okay. The way Nano's document claims she felt about Red asking about her plans and gossiping with her contradicts years of her own behavior. Issues with situations over the past couple of years claimed in her document weren't a problem to her when they happened. Nano would have known exactly how the events presented played out and the full context behind them. She lied about them. And someone who was just using Nano's messages helped her to do it. They didn't care about the validity of the claims being made, only that they supported the greater narrative, purposely leaving out critical context and distorting the orders of events. One of the screenshots, only one screenshot of messages about Spite was included. Nano's document never mentioned Red asking her not to work with Spite, even though that seemingly would have helped her argument. The person who wrote it didn't know about it ever happening. However, I believe this wasn't included on purpose. Nano's document repeatedly uses the and symbol throughout it, not just in section titles, but in the written text too, 25 times. Not once in the years of working together has she ever used this symbol in either of our messages with her, and in my experience anywhere else. It's not commonly used.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wild. It's like you can tell who's writing something based on writing habits.
Okay, I'm gonna take
for years.
Precisely. I wonder who does use those. It's almost like you fucking dummies realize that you leave a trail with the way you write.
Right?
Right?
I'm gonna start writing other people's tweets and see how long it takes people to catch on.
I'm gonna write.
They might see an uptick in the R word, but you know.
I was gonna say, hang on, I'm gonna log into Akko's account right now. We'll see how long it takes for people to realize it's me. Oh,
all right.
Hey, Akko said the N word. Well, I know that's rage.
Yep, and then there's the I forget. I don't think did they show those? These two screenshots down here are just showing the no results for the @.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. But there's not much to show other than just that she doesn't.
Yeah, there's
use
not much
@
to show, but yeah, that's the context there. As they searched it and it wasn't there. 8 dozen people, including Nano, Shylily, and Bao, were involved in the planning of these documents. Bao's document doesn't contain any use of and the and symbol, and I believe Bao wrote her document herself.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Smash.
Shylily's.
Wait, who?
Yeah, we got raiders. Make sure.
Smash JT.
You said their name, right?
Oh,
you said their name.
Hey,
yes.
Out to Smash.
Also, I didn't say it earlier, and I apologize, but thank you, Templar, for the raid too. A couple people raided me yesterday. Holy shit, I apologize.
Whoa. Wow,
Zayla and Royan, thank you for the raids, respectively as well.
That doc is gonna drop, and they're gonna be like, "Akko didn't say my name when I immediately raided."
My apologies.
Canceled,
so fucked up.
I've been focusing on this, but yes, thank you, Smash. Welcome.
Google Docky time.
Google Docky.
I believe Bao wrote her document herself. However, Shylily's reply to my apology tweet. Oh, look at that! There's an X tweet for it. Oh yeah, it's just the big fucking.
Yeah, it's the
Shylily
Shylily
response
tweet.
to Cinder's. Yeah, it was like the direct response to Cinder's initial apology. It looks like.
Yeah.
Used the and symbol. A total of 15 times in its writing. Thinking emoji. Curious. Did Shylily write Nano's document? Shylily was already giving me multiple signs that she had a problem with me before any of this happened. even saying on stream she always had a bad feeling about me. And then I guess that's a link to one of her streams.
I know
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
exact
that
link
same
she's
stream.
talking about, where Shylily's like, "Oh, I've always felt catty about her, but I can't say anything about it."
I remember that. Shylily was involved from the very start, being the first person Nano told about Red's messages. Shylily was more than willing to lie about me herself, as you will see below. Shylily was the one who reached out to Bao for Nano, and most likely was the one to do the same with Cotton, Silvervale, and Spite. Nano's document starts with what happened with Bao, which would make sense if Shylily wrote it instead of Nano.
Why? Why would that make sense? I'm
yeah.
confused.
That's.
I don't care, but why? Okay.
Oh, you mean why it started with Bao?
No, like, why does it make sense that it would? Why does that make sense? Is kind of. I don't know.
I think the implication is that because Nano never contacted Bao, but Shylily did.
Okay, fair enough.
That probably it. The message about Cotton hurting a friend of ours is edited out of the screenshot of Red's DMs. Shylily is also close friends with that person and may have done this to keep them out of things. A link to the exact timestamp of one of my 2 raids into Shylily's stream that Red told Nano about just so happened to be included in her document in Shylily's defense, but not the incriminating one. Which one was this? Oh yeah, this is the same.
Yeah, you know, that is a funny thing to. It's like, why would there be that in there? That's just so funny.
Right?
Yeah.
Nano's document claimed manipulation when there wasn't any. Shylily was the one who told Nano she was being manipulated, and she was the only other person involved who pushed that claim to the public. Shylily started her reply to my apology with it, discrediting anything I said. In quotes, the absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and yeah, she really does use that a lot. Gaslight is absolute insanity, end quote. My use of, quote, it's just business, was dishonestly portrayed in Nano's document. Shylily used the phrase in her reply to me. Was the only person who lied about the meaning behind it to the public, and made it into a meme at my expense. Well, I mean, it is just business.
Indeed. And I have decided to, in turn, also make it a meme as a reverse.
Right? She's gonna Cinder pull the reverse Uno card.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just business. Nano's document says, my friends platformed me when talking about competition. That is very specific wording. Shylily said something very similar in her reply to my apology. She also said very similar things on her stream. Nano's document, in quotes, the competition they're referring to are people I thought they considered friends who always helped, supported, and platformed Cinder. Shylily's reply, in quotes, everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one-up the people who are the sole reason you even have these opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with, end quote. Jesus Christ, I forgot about this whole fucking reply that she did. Shylily's stream and in quote, oh, hey, look, that's also linked. Cool. I think it's probably one of the same 2 streams, right? Let me
yes,
just
it is.
platform that very same. Yeah.
It is. We don't need to
Let me
listen
just
to
platform
it.
That very same person. Yeah, that very same person that tried to deplatform me and all of my friends that helped her get there to begin with. Let me just continue to platform that one person that tried to backstab us when begging to be in our positions. Honestly, it's so weird because at this point, Cinder was more popular than all these people.
More popular and probably, and
exactly.
I'm very interested to see how much she botted. Very, very interested.
This is, you see, you saying that hurt is why I'm saying what I'm saying. This was them trying to get rid of someone that was more popular than them. That's all this fucking was. Crabs in a
this is what it's really reading like. Let's see. These 2 quotes from Nano's document are also very similar to what Shylily said on her stream. Both were claiming manipulation, and Shylily specifically used the word problematic when describing someone Nano wouldn't want to work with. In Nano's document, quotes, spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic to manipulate any future decisions regarding commissions. Another example of speaking ill of other creators right after they saw I was working with Shylily, trying to once again make the idea of working with other clients seem like I was setting myself up with problematic people to get me to reconsider working with them. End quote. And then another Shylily stream quote that's hyperlinked. Shylily stream. It was about me being slandered, throwing all kinds of accusations around to Nano, making me seem problematic, weird, making me sound like a person someone wouldn't want to work with.
Really quickly, a chatter is saying that Shylily's already gained 10,000 followers on Twitter.
Holy shit!
That's crazy.
I wonder if she gained or lost?
Gained.
How many of those are botted?
I have no idea. Speaking of gaining, I've gained over 100 on Twitter ever since I started doing this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've also gained a fair amount, and I'm just sitting here like, why are you people following me? I'm just here to harass my talents on Twitter. Please stop. If I get to
it's
a
really
point where
just...
I just want to say, if I get to a point where I'm equivalent to Akko's follower count, I'm just gonna have to be
like, that would be funny.
I will announce things on my fucking Twitter, but thankfully that'll never happen.
You're just you're just Mr. Manager Man. It's okay. Is Shylily gonna come at TwitchCon? I'm pretty sure she's already going to TwitchCon. I'll be surprised if she doesn't go to TwitchCon, honestly.
Like I said in yesterday or the day before, is that a lot of these content creators, if they're going to go to events like that, they will probably show up a week or 2 weeks before.
They're gonna get fucking ambushed.
Gonna get ambushed.
Especially
they have been ambushed.
Out of country,
this happened.
Going to travel.
This happened literally weeks, like a week before a lot of major shit happened. Like a massive gamer subs, like comic came out today that Shylily was supposed to threw out there. So all of them are. It was Cinder who earned 10,000 followers. Yes, that's what I meant, chat. My apologies.
Oh, Cinder.
Okay,
Cinder,
yeah,
okay.
your brain's
Did I? Who did I say?
You said Shy.
Oh,
You
my
said
apologies.
Shylily.
My
I was
apologies.
about to
Listen,
say how many of
it's
Shylily's
4:30
new
a.m.
followers are
It's
botted.
4:30 a.m. Let's continue reading to see if we can get through most of this before I have to go to bed, because I wanna start after I wake up on the Silvervale stuff, which is like another 180 pages.
I'll be right there with you.
There's still quite a lot.
By the way, chat, my
let's see,
goal
I was
is
on
going to
Shylily's
be
stream.
I'm going to sleep for 6 to 8 hours, then I'm going to get up and start again.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
You're
I
lucky.
was,
You're lucky it's raining, so I'm not gonna get shit for it
Listen,
because
you're happy to be here. All right, you're happy to be here.
Am I though? I'm just saying that I took a bit of flack because I rushed through doing some stone work the other day or today.
I need sleep. Chat, if you need to go to sleep, I do not mind. All right, if you've stayed here the entire time, please get rest.
Wait.
Put me on in the background. Listen to me while you're going to bed.
Before you go to sleep, make sure to like the video, do all that good algorithmic juicing, and then just put Akko on as ASMR and fall asleep. You
But
can
not
be
ASMR
lulled to
because,
sleep by the
ASMR gets
dulcet
banned.
tones of my screaming.
ASMR gets banned from YouTube. Who's the other two? The one with the brick is my manager, believe it or not, and the other one is Hurtbox TV. He is a dent tractor.
He's a
Dent tracker. I have my own YouTube channel. I do stuff.
Yes.
Kind of.
He is a music guy.
Let's see. I mostly shitpost on Twitter, but Shylily stream. Oh, let me just platform. This was in quotes. It was hyperlinked. I'll just start from there. Oh, let me just platform the very same person that tried to deplatform me and all of my friends that helped her get get there to begin with. Let me just continue to platform the one person that tried to backstab us when begging to be in our positions. These two quotes from Nano's document are also very similar to what Shylily said on her stream. Both were claiming manipulation, and Shylily specifically used the words problematic when describing someone Nano wouldn't want to work with. Nano's document. in quotes, spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic to manipulate any future decisions regarding commissions, end quote. Another quote, another example of speaking ill of other creators right after they saw I was working with Shylily, trying to once again make the idea of working with other clients seem like I was setting myself up with problematic people to get me to reconsider working with them. And then Shylily's stream, it was about me being slandered, throwing all kinds of accusations around to Nano, making me seem problematic, weird, making me sound like a person someone wouldn't want to work with. Shylily implied she was directly involved in making the documents on her stream. And then these two hyperlink quotes. This big one, I don't know where I was, but let me just say in this section that she dedicated to Cotton and me. She said, sorry for not having any knowledge of this. And that's where I kind of got mad because, like I said, a lot of the stuff that we posted about is only stuff we have hard-coded receipts for. Obviously, there is lots of experience that doesn't exist on paper. It's only private experience. But there's also more receipts, verifiable receipts, that weren't added to the doc because either they are smaller things that just only really become a problem when added up, or they were a little too private to be shared. They contain information that people just don't want to publicly have there, but it is kind of important for context, you know? So you pick and choose what you want to have up there, end quote. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, this fucking again. People like Rima told me that I was just supposed to take that at face value. So many fucking people just said, "Oh, take it at face value." It's like, no, you fucking are stupid if you accept that. You are stupid if you accept
all
that.
These little receipts that would all add up into being a giant problem. Then why didn't you put them in there?
Yeah, why didn't you put them in there? Look, Cinder put them in here. It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I love it.
To really bury Cinder, you should have put them all in there. What the fuck?
Damn, 1,000 pages of smaller things. I think it added up. Exactly.
It added up
and
lot.
Then it really did. And then last bullet point here, and most importantly, Nano's document is filled with the use of and in its writing, just like and only like Shylily's own reply to me. It's fairly obvious to me that Nano conspired with Shylily to write her document for her. Even if Nano lied to Shylily from the start, Shylily still helped Nano lie. Besides presenting everything in such a convoluted order, there were doctor's screenshots in her document like I showed above. The same screenshots in Bao's document, being uncropped and unedited, shows that Bao was being honest with the information she was given, but Nano and Shylily weren't. Being the person who presumably wrote Nano's document, Shylily and Nano would have known exactly what I meant by "it's just business" in quotes. But she was the one who lied the most about it. In Nano's document, in her reply to me, and on her stream. Interesting how she was able to connect my messages from that same conversation with Nano to how I must have known about what Red said in his DMs with her 2 years later. But somehow, not the fact that my use of the phrase and its meaning came directly from what he said the day before. 11/25/2023, and then it's screenshots that we've
already read
seen
before. Yep.
And then 11/26/23, another screenshot between Cinder and Analyst, breaking down Bao's document. Originally, I had gone through Bao's entire document, pointing out the lies within it, but I no longer believe she and my other friends were lying. They were misinformed and were speaking from what they thought was true. Nano and Shylily lied to and manipulated them all to see the story their way. Bao was understandably hurt when she found out about what happened, and in Hyperlinked wasn't in a sound state of mind after her surgery. We've already looked at that before.
I just want to say, you are giving too much fucking credence, because unless I'm brain damaged, in prior, wasn't there a lot of Bao being a fucking diva?
There was.
Okay, I wanted to make sure
There
it
was.
was Bao, not Shy. So
Oh, that's both of them in my
No,
personal
Bao
opinion.
was the one doing that. Yeah. Let me go grab
Yeah.
another drink real quick, and I'll
Jeez,
continue.
this is breaking down. Are they breaking down all of them? They're breaking down all of them. They're breaking down all of them. Oh.
So that's why, like I said, Cinder, I'm sorry, but let me be real with you. No, these people aren't your fucking friends. Like, one, you know, Bao being a fucking diva, being such a brat that needs to go to high-end fucking restaurants and shit. You know, is that really the actions of a friend? Friends usually only give a shit about one thing. Am I in a place hanging out with people, and am I in a place where I'm not going to get stabbed or shot? That's it.
I
As long as
will.
it has good
I will
booze
say
and
this.
food, it don't matter.
I will say this. I believe that probably at one point, these people were, except for Shylily, were friends with Cinder. Something clearly changed in the months that led up to this whole document being or the whole documents that were dropped.
Yeah.
So
I
I'd like to. I think at some point they were, and then it changed, and this was just convenient way to get rid of her.
Yeah, you want to know what changed? It's called weakness.
Money.
It's money, and it's called
Greed.
smelling weakness. Smelling a way to get rid of someone that's bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's kind of what these people do, is if they... I can't even remember, but it's like Dark Eldar. Dark Eldar, the moment they smell weakness, you're dead. Because that means you are weak blood and you are going to be removed. And that's what they did with
And
Cinder.
Cinder and Red were the Monkai.
They were the filthy Monkai. But yeah.
But okay, I got my Dr. Pepper. All right.
Oh, you lucky bitch. You know what? Fuck you. Nah, I should.
I got the blackberry one. I love that flavor right now.
I prefer just Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper with cherry, but that's me. Anyway,
Those are good too, but I really like the blackberry one. Okay. Following after the sound state of mind, after Bao's surgery, I'll only be going over parts of Bao's document with the context that she may not have had the full story from Nano, or our side of the story, and pointing out her assumptions that weren't true. And just like in Nano's document, Bao's document presents things as if her model was the only canceled model in August of 2024, even though Nano had canceled it a second time in her deal with Red in January of 25. I will address this down below. Bao's document for reference, and they're referencing the Google Doc she dropped, then posted on Force 26, 2025 at 1:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, is another one of tweets, Bao's tweet that was linking to the Google Doc. And then I assume the yellow box, we're not really quoting these.
Yeah,
either,
we don't
since they're
need to
just
do
from
this
Bao's
because
doc.
these are things that we've already read and already gone through.
Okay. Just like Nano's document, this was an assumption that they corroborated with each other, and Bao refers to Red's actions as both of ours in her document. And this wasn't true, and no one could definitively say that in every single instance Red was just a surrogate for my thoughts and feelings. Red is an individual who can think for and feel for himself. Bao shows 0 screenshots of my own DMs in her document. One of the only times Bao had firsthand experience of the way Red and I worked together was with the She-Wolf cover song. Bao messaged Red, not me, and Red didn't tell me of all the information when he asked me about it, or in the 3 days before Bao messaged me directly. Her own experience with us should have cast doubt on this claim. Some more stuff from the Bao doc. As I will show, Bao is clearly talking about her model being canceled in August of 2024 here. After she finished both the design and the base model sketch, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capability to continue my model. Nano told Red herself that Bao's model hadn't been started yet. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. As it seems like she told Bao one thing and then Red another. 2 weeks before canceling Bao's model, Nano told him she wanted to cancel models, asking him about canceling on Bao specifically, and telling him she wasn't the only one she was considering canceling. Bao saying there was a back and forth could imply that Nano approached her before August 5th, when Red messaged Nano again, already saying she may not continue her model. In a private group chat that Cinder was a part of, I shared how devastated I was, and she did not comment or say anything despite others in the group chat confirming or comforting and reassuring me. This was Bao's message she sent to our group chat when her model was canceled on August 6th of 2024, which she also included in her tweet replying to my apology. I knew about this before Bao did. I felt guilty about it and didn't know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I should have been a better friend and at least tried talking to Nano for her, but I didn't. If this was Nano's decision, like I was told, then I wasn't going to get involved. And some other stuff we've seen before.
To provide context, the thing that she's about to talk about is where Bao talks about the reason for her silence.
Yeah, okay. This claim is false. Bao would only have said this if Nano told her this was what was happening. Bao had reason to believe it too, when Nano telling her that her model was one of the ongoing commissions affected. Right after talking all about August 2024, when her model was canceled for the first time, Bao presents screenshots from January 15th, 2025, over 5 months later, to explain why her model was canceled in August. It is out of order and missing context as well. The screenshots Bao shows of Nano's DMs with Red are the same ones Nano uses in her document, including the time zone discrepancies I discussed. I will include the date and time of them in Eastern Standard Time, like I did before, as shown in full context of these conversations in Nano's section of the document. And then, yeah, screenshot from 1:15:25 at 7 p.m., 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as shown as 2 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. Like was shown above, Nano's messages calling the deal fair and asking for a demon figure were cut from this exact same screenshot in Nano's document, but are present in Bao's document. Here's what it looks like in Nano's document, and then it's just doctored or cropped out screenshots. Screenshot from 1:15:2025 at 6:29 p.m. to 6:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as shown as 2 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. As I pointed out before, Bao's document shows the message about cotton above, unlike Nano's. And just like in Nano's document, the following messages from Nano are missing entirely. This wasn't Bao's fault they were missing, it's all Nano gave her. Another screenshot from 1:15:2025 at 6:52 to 6:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as shown 2 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. And again, the messages from Nano right after this are missing as well. And yeah, just other stuff we've covered before. And then some more context. I think this is still from Bao's document. In quotes, Nano asked Redacted on why he is encouraging her not to finish my model. This statement is false, and it's not what happened, but Bao may have been told this was the case. This list above was how Red felt about Bao, and his reasoning as to why he wanted to exclude her from working with Nano in his exclusivity deal until January of 2025. But Bao, who only had the context Nano shared with her, applied these reasons to her model being canceled in August of 2024 to explain why Red manipulated Nano to cancel it then. While Red was looking to prevent Bao from working with Nano, which was wrong, he didn't even know Bao had a model planned with her again. When Nano told him about it, he backed off, followed by Nano asking if he was sure and for him to explain why to her. In quotes, this is why redacted lists as reasons why Nanolist should cancel her ongoing live 2D commission with me. End quote. Bao's model was canceled in August of 2024 after Nano told Red Bao's model wasn't started. And just like I showed before, Nano said here that she had Bao on her commission list, as in not ongoing, or on her commission list. I do not believe Nano would cancel a project if she had any significant amount of work invested into it already. I mean, she kind of canceled 7 other models, so
Yeah. 7.
kind of hard to say. Okay, and then in quotes, friends do not sabotage other friends out of business opportunities. Friends do not spread lies to fuel selfish narratives. Friends do not use the private information they get from the privilege of being close friends just to use it to manipulate others, end quote. I've never done any of these things. My friends both knowingly and unknowingly sabotaged me out of innumerable business opportunities when they chose to make this public. Nanolist and Shylily spread lies about me to fuel their own selfish narratives to my friends and to the public. Nano used the private information Nano had in her messages with Red that she had gone from being close friends with him to use it to manipulate my friends and the public. Bao's model wasn't sabotaged by Red when it was originally canceled in 2024. He didn't lie about anything he genuinely believed about her, and none of the 5 reasons Bao listed above or anything else Red said to Nano about Bao were private information or things he knew from the privilege of either of us being friends with her. After showing screenshots from January 2025, the next screenshot she presents is from August of 2024, where she states it's another screenshot of Red urging Nano to cancel her model, as if from the same situation. And then the screenshot is from August 5th, 2024 at 3:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, shown as 1 hour ahead of Eastern Standard Time. God, that is so fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Okay, and then more, yeah, and then there's some more of that shit. These are all Red's messages, not from them, like Bao says. Nano wanted to cancel Bao's model, and Red reassured her about it. Red said, I remember her showing it to us at WeebCon without ever mentioning how excited Bao was about it when she showed us the design. Some more stuff from Bao's Google Doc. In Nano's section, Red explained that he thought Nano should still be paid for the design work she did for Bao. The possibility of her starting shit was based on his own opinion of how she could react to the bad news from Nano. The screenshot of their DM shown in Bao's document was not included in Nano's document. And then some more stuff from Bao. We were completely unaware Bao encouraged our video editor to take our exclusivity offer. And this call apparently happened over a month before I was canceled, over a month after Nano canceled the deal with Red, and over 2 months since they first made it. Our video editor was never told Red or I about this. The few times they asked for raises while working with me, I was more than happy to accommodate them every single time. More Bao's doc, and then Red pieced together the narrative he convinced himself of and told Nano, as was laid out in Bao's section. Bao was the one who spoke ill of her own songs' performance in her public Discord server last year, and Red decided it was a contributing factor in what happened. It had nothing to do with the TMJ. I don't know what TMJ is.
It's a mouth condition, I believe.
Oh, yeah, the mouth, right, the thing that she had. She's talking about, but I can see why she'd think that. Her most vulnerable moments were not used against her. And then, in quotes, if you look at the timeline of events from Nano's document, end quotes, I don't know how anyone can understand the timeline of events from Nano's document when everything was presented out of order and out of context. God, Jesus Christ, I need a drink.
Yeah. In a couple
It
of
is so
minutes,
much
I can
easier
take
to
back
read
over
this stuff
again.
when it's actually formatted relatively grammatically correct.
Yeah.
It's almost like, wow.
Instead of having to read all those fucking DMs. Holy shit.
It's almost like a
It's
lot of the narrative
so
falls apart if
amazing.
you read it in order.
It's
Yeah.
so shocking. It's almost like, you know, the moment you have a cogent timeline, then it starts poking holes in every bullshit thing anyone's ever been fucking saying.
Yeah, it is so strange that nobody, like, I didn't pay too much attention to all these docs when they came out. I just knew people were dogpiling on Cinder. I probably would have realized, oh yeah, this shit's way out of fucking line. Like, they are just throwing these DMs at different times wherever they fucking want.
And anyone that noticed got told to shut the fuck up. Shout out to Sparks.
Right.
Shout out to Mizu. Shout out to everyone who literally got trashed just for noticing.
Yep.
Don't notice. We don't do noticing around here.
We are not noticers, chat.
Yeah, not noticers. Noticer.
Don't notice because you'll get in trouble.
You get in trouble if you notice.
Okay. Yeah. End quotes. Ellipses. Some of those messages date back years. I found out about this less than 48 hours ago, and they did not give me a common courtesy of talking to me privately about this over those years. End quote. This was not over years. The only times Nano and Red had meaningful conversations about Bao was at the end of July and early August of 2024, and in January of 2025. From the time Bao's document was written, the oldest of these messages would have been about 9 months old. The problem Red had with Bao was only in December of 2024, about 4.5 months before her document was posted. Either one of us should have talked to Bao when we had the chance, and we didn't. End quotes. My thoughts, feelings, my most vulnerable, darkest moments that I had shared in confidence may have been used as information to ruin my chances to have the same VTuber model as someone I thought was my friend. End quotes. And none of the reasons Bao listed above or anything else Red said to Nano about Bao was private information, things she shared in confidence or had to do with her most, in quotes, most vulnerable, darkest moments.
Oh, it's going through the streams too?
Fucking Christ. All right. Bao stream on 4/27/2025. Bao streamed the night after posting her tweet in response to my apology. Just like her document, I won't be going over everything Bao said on her stream, as many of the things she said were because she was convinced it was the truth. I'm choosing to believe she wasn't lying, but she was wrong.
Oh, okay.
And then the link from 4/27/2025, it was the that stream that Bao did. Timestamped 9 minutes 56 seconds to 10 minutes 56 seconds in this YouTube link. In quotes, well, I don't know. I can't even remember what the conversation was like because I was just in such a state of, it was like I'm hearing what Lily and Nano are telling me, but it's like I cannot compute it.
What the fuck?
I just kind of remember seeing the screenshots.
Dude, Shylily would have been. Oh, Shylily is so fucked. She is so fucked from this. Bao doesn't even half remember. She was like, oh, these people are so fucking psychotic.
You know what? This comes off as like, I know that Bao can be a diva, but it also comes out that it feels like Bao is just so fucking easily manipulated by this shit. It seems like it's not hard to fucking manipulate her. What the hell?
Maybe, but I don't know. Listen, from dealing with people and dealing with someone who was easily manipulated, I can definitely see, but I basically know nothing about Bao. Maybe she is easily manipulated, but all the other actions and how she acts don't scream to me of someone that's easily manipulated. They preach to me of someone.
Yeah.
that's
Also,
been
the amount of
asked.
times that she's been scammed in like merch and stuff, because she has been quite a few times, just shows that at least she's not a great judge of character.
She's a pretty
I don't
horrible
know.
one.
Yeah.
I've
But
been seeing
you know
people
what,
saying
chat?
interesting things.
Send them over to my channel. I can fix them. All right.
I've seen people say some interesting things. It's all conjecture, but all I'm saying.
You guys
I
talk
don't
for a
know.
moment. I need to use the restroom.
Oh, goody. Okay, then I'll just go into speculation and conjecture. So I've been watching chat because chat's always interesting, especially to see what weird stuff they say. They had been alleging that Bao may have not been scammed and it may have been a hoodwink situation.
Oh, really?
Again, pure conjecture. I didn't ask anyone to back it up because, again, we're focused on Shy, so I don't see a point in going into that. And I
Chat
would
wants
say,
a new slur, please, Mr. Manager.
Okay.
I mean, we did say noticer and notice, so you know.
Yeah, so there you go. Look, you're gonna have to start paying for the slurs, chat. You gotta fill. You know, I'm rattling my little thingy here. I'm rattling my bottle. Fill her up, and then sure, I'll give you a slur. But
Bao's model is under the definition of gullible in the dictionary.
It's just.
But yeah, no,
again,
she has been scammed twice for merch, if I remember right.
Exactly, and as I was trying to say, because I didn't finish my point. I'm not saying I believe that she's like, you know, milking people for money, but I would definitely say if anyone does have anything, you're gonna have to have a decent chunk of proof to, you know, make me believe that. Otherwise, I just think Bao's an idiot and an asshole.
Yeah, she just seems, to me on the surface, just seems like she's easily manipulated and kind of not business smart.
Yeah,
And,
I mean,
she doesn't have
it can be both. Still.
She also did have a problem with the manager before that she had to fire, right?
Yeah. So again,
I remember that vaguely.
Again, like I said, people were alleging. I'm not putting any credence into it because unless there's more to go off of, I can't in good faith just call someone out like that without any proof.
Yeah, no, it's just this quote here from the video. It just sounds like she just was just easily convinced by Lily and Nano by the misrepresentation of screenshots into believing their side over Cinder.
Yeah, I'm gonna just side with what this person in chat said because what they say is good. Kingism. Bao's essentially a prima donna and an idiot. Because you can be a prima donna and still be a dumb fuck.
Also, I don't remember, like, this is sometime after she had surgery. This is relatively close. She could still be under the effects of recovering from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know how easy it is to. You are very much different after surgery for like the first week or two.
Funnily enough, I've never been under for medical procedures.
I've had 3 surgeries. I've been under for all 3.
I don't
if we count
understand
teeth
why.
work, I've had a couple.
Yeah, even with
I've had well, I mean, I'm a guitar player, video editor, all that stuff. I've had carpal tunnel in both hands, and I have a Amazon injury in my right shoulder. I had to get fixed. It was a shoulder tear.
Oh, I hope
or a
Amazon
labral
paid
tear.
for it.
Oh no, they didn't want to. I had to do workers' comp, and I got settled out of that. That's why I had my surgery last year. Was that it finally developed into a much worse tear.
Yeah,
it was just a slap tear back then.
So I had
2 surgeries last year. Yeah.
As much as I would like to continue, I feel like here is a good stopping point. I've continued to scroll. I feel like what we're getting into now is we have the Bao stream, then we have the Shylily stream, and then we have Shylily's comments as well. So I think that now is a good spot to stop. I'm going to read my super chats because that's going to take a hot moment as well. And then tomorrow, I'm going to say around 2, maybe 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will boot up another stream. and I will read until it is under the tea time. And then after under the tea, the next day, I will do another stream after I, take care of myself a little bit because I need to do that. In fact, tomorrow I'll do a little bit of cleaning because I need to, and then we'll do more until it is time for me to go to work on Saturday. So, as long as if that's all right with you guys, yes, go to sleep, Rage. I'm gonna read my supers now. Thank you to my amazing mods who were able to screen cap all of the super chats from my previous stream. I asked them to do it because I was afraid that we would have that they would like we would lose them, and good that we did that. So say thank you, chat, to the mods that decided to do that because they are amazing. I will read the super chats from the previous stream that died and the current one. And yeah, let's see here. Let's got all those 6.
I need to get the Google Docu typed up against Occo.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Also,
My experience with MommaOcco.
Chat, salute the mod.
And Rage.
Salute the mods, yes.
Vey, no! Don't worry, I'll send Masad after you.
All right. So
many times throughout my interactions, I have heard Raging Bull use numerous slurs.
I'll turn.
It'd be weird if you didn't hear me use slurs.
Okay.
Many of which made me feel not comfy.
So
that's how most people feel when a Jew is in the room.
M Stealth GT3 for $4.99. The whole doc. All I can say is this: Hey, women sips coffee. I don't care who wrong or who's right. I just want to see a cat fight. Gosh darn it, that's funny. Thank you. Daryl Knese for $1.99. Just gives $1.99. Same with Undead Warrior for $4.99. Thank you, both of you. XL Wards for $5. The more I see people go over this, the worse Red looks. Cinder wanting to continue working with him is concerning me. It's really in the middle for me. I am glad that she did this specifically just so we could get those DMs, but I still am worried about Red. And time will tell if there's actual change that comes from that or if shit happens. Shit happens, I say, like, fool me once, shame on me. Or fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, basically, with Cinder. So, Sparky for $5. Lily, we have the receipts. Cinder drops the receipts. Lily, not those.
Also, hang on, I just gotta do one thing. No, we're wrapping up. Go sleep. Go cuddle. Go give Mizu a kiss. Get out of here. Fuck off.
Oh, hello, Atari. Good night, Atari.
Bye-bye, Atari.
Good night, Atari. We love you.
Fucker shows up at the very last minute.
Well, I mean, he does live in Shylily time zone, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
all right, no, that's a joke. Mercenary for $5. Did you see the Hassan dog video? If you did, do not be surprised by the anger of some people, myself included. Hassan, man's now proven an animal abuser. I did see it. I was going to talk about it today. Definitely happening today. Maybe we'll talk about it on Under the Tea. We'll see.
I'll just give my quick 2 cents. I hope the worst thing imaginable happens to him, and I hope Hassan's wig falls off, and I hope other horrible things happen.
Wig?
Like
he doesn't
getting
have
leukemia.
He doesn't have a wig. He has a fake head. Don't you know his head is like 3 times smaller?
No, he had like a hair transplant and he takes finasteride. So like there's a 90% chance his dick don't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Mercenary again for $5. Hassan crossed the line for me. I won't spit on him if he was fire. He is now 1 step away from doing the same to humans. Oof. Hope that doesn't happen. Avenged for 10. I have to say this is better than the last season of Game of Thrones. I agree. And I have not even watched Game of Thrones.
Better than the last season of Game of Thrones.
Mercenary again for 2. Hey, Bull, how pissed off is the situation? I assume very pissed off.
Oh, extreme. I wanted to scream more, but Akko told me I need to chill.
Yes, I just need you to chill a little bit. Kay Aguario for 5. Isn't Vienna the one that mentioned Cinder actually being there before this stuff came out? She might have been one of them. It was Bao that actually specifically mentioned it in one of her videos. And Devastator for 10. Good idea. Then Alive of Manchester for $100. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Holy
Thank you for going through this tome. You are doing the Lord's work. I appreciate that. Thank you. Stephen Taunch for 5. One thing you mentioned on your Cinder video was why didn't anyone reach out to Cinder? I was thinking why didn't Bao reach out too? It's a good question. Why didn't these people reach out? What kept them from reaching out? Mercenary again for 5. I'll take
Shylily.
you up on that. I know a perfect Denny's, especially if you go to the one in Inglewood in LA's. And for any cons there, it's sketchy as hell.
Wait, wind that back. I didn't hear the beginning part of that one.
He said, I'll take you up on that. I know.
All right. Where? Where did he say?
Inglewood, LA.
Inglewood?
Inglewood.
Wait, is that Britain?
No.
Ew, a Brit.
No, it's LA as in Los Angeles.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing. Sorry, sir, but I don't associate with LAers. I will never set foot in LA.
Sag. XX Bussy Breaker XX for 10 says I've been summoned. Mercenary for 2. Thank you, by the way. Mercenary for 2. I'm too autistic for work-life balance. Noir 777 for 2. Do the train green text with Occo. Magma, or excuse me, not Magma. Magma's the one who took the screenshot. Girthy Banana for 4.99 for the Occo jar. Very much appreciated.
Banana.
Bussy Breaker 69 XX for 10 again. We can piss off the bull. I agree.
Fuck you.
And I think that's all from the first stream. Let me look. Yes.
I just like how in between all of this, fucking Amorous or Yuri has been posting again.
Yeah.
After being fucking, what was it, terminated from Phase Connect for so long.
All right. Now we're jumping over to the next stream.
Asylum.
Mercenary for 2. Don't forget the supers. Hope they're not lost. Thankfully, they were not. Reaps for 5 Australian. Contrast between this stream's chat and the others has been interesting. Others are basically, the doc is too long, thus gish galloping, thus not going to read it. Yeah, other streamers' chats are unfortunately very brain dead, and I don't know what to say other than just, I'm glad they're not my viewers, because I don't want brain dead viewers. I want actual hard thinkers or people that are actually looking for the truth. So if you're not here looking for the truth, I don't want you here, all right? You should be here ready and willing to seek and find, not to just place blame and laugh. I mean, you can laugh with us, but when it's time to laugh at the people that are being stupid. And, yeah. XX Bussy Bracer, again, for 10. Man, I love hard dockies.
Fucking goddamn.
I hate that because you guys knew I had to read it out loud.
I love
And
chat.
DACA, please.
I love chat. You guys are fucking wonderful, especially with your fucking name.
Reaps for 2 Australian. Just a SC to make Occo say. Just a super chat to make Occo say, I'll read these later. Yes, I did read them later. Lowbert for 5. Occo's going to go into a deep sleep coma once this doc is done. Once the doc is done, I was going to say might take a day off of streaming. Probably won't. I will, if I stop on Friday, I will go straight to Saturday, and I will not be reading anything VTuber related. I might just pull Kendra and Jazz in so that we can laugh at more Tumblrisms, because I fucking need it.
React to more DSP so I can drop more fucking cursed lore.
We'll see. Lowbird again for 5. So basically, Cinder went on hiatus after getting attacked and spent that time building this nuke to just glass those catty bitches. Yes, and so far she's done it. I don't know what she has to say about Silvervale. That will probably be the point where she is the most bad looking, but I'm very interested to see. Lee Silver for 5. Sorry, since I know you guys are trying to sleep, but I will say I don't buy that Shylily is smart enough to have pulled so many strings. Mythic is sus. Again, people are really wanting to do the whole Mythic conspiracy. I'm less convinced now than I used to be, based off of all of this.
Oh.
Based off of this.
I was going to say, Mythic are shady, but I don't see a reason for Mythic to go after a individual like this.
No, that would be incredibly retarded of them. If they did that, they would be committing such torturous interference. I will also say, how Tectone is taking this is also convincing me that it's not a Mythic conspiracy. Tectone's response alone is enough for me to believe that.
Well, I was also going to say, you know, fucking, why would you go after someone that at the time was not controversial like Cinder and making you fuckloads of money when you could, why do you have Kirsch if you're dealing with people that are controversial? You see what I'm saying? It just don't make sense.
Yeah, but there's just a lot of things that don't make sense to me, and I don't believe the Mythic conspiracy. I did when it first happened. I feel like I was wrong. I was definitely wrong, but I don't believe it. All right. If it later comes out that here's the thing. Here's the thing. If Mythic did that, do you know how massively fucked they as a company would be? They would be so massively fucked. Their entire business would be ruined. All of it would be fucking ruined. Because if Cinder somehow proved that people inside Mythic worked with Shylily to do all of this, it would fucking ruin Mythic, and so many people would be out of a job. It is insane. Here's the thing. There are stupid VTuber companies. There are stupid management companies. I am crossing my fingers and hoping and praying that is not the case. I am hoping and praying that they are not that stupid. If they are that stupid, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know what I would do. It would just be there are a lot of good people that are in Mythic that would be so fucking heartbroken. So I don't want to assume that, but like so many people would be fucking heartbroken if Mythic was that evil. I don't want to believe it, but like so many people would like fucking they would lose their minds, and they would be incredibly distraught. Because there's so many good people that are in there right now that don't deserve that. So I don't want to believe it. I legitimately don't want to believe it. So I'm not going to for the time being.
Like I said, you don't even need to repeat yourself. It's such a foreign concept because it makes no business sense whatsoever to do something like that.
And it's just like, there are some things about Mythic that suss me out. Things that I've been told about them. Things that I can't substantiate. But this is not one of those things, in my personal opinion.
It's like this. Are they shady? Yeah. Are they guilty of this? No. There's way more other things that have way more water to them.
Yeah. I will say, and I don't feel like this is a problem to say, I talked with people that were in the organization, and at the very least to the people I talked to, they told me that that Mythic did not have coordinated places for VTubers or other streamers to meet up and talk. It was they didn't really like they might have had like a central Discord server, but they did not have like sectioned off Discord servers for people to meet up. And this is coming from people that worked with the talents or was a talent. You'll never know which. So there really is no centralized place for a lot of these people to do that kind of shit. This is something that you have to put together on your own, and it was coordinated like that. And in my personal opinion, I just don't see people in Mythic chancing their jobs over people like Shylily and Silverveil and all of these people. It's not worth it. For this kind of thing to happen, it's not worth it.
So all this sounds like to me is that I just need to get into a corpo, of just go become a Hollow Star. Got it.
Did Tecto make a response? Yes. His response is he's reading the doc and he's going to go through it. And so far, him reading it is basically just like deciding that Nano is not innocent. I remember him saying that. Actually, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I don't want to misquote the guy, even though I don't like him. So I want to make sure I'm fair.
Well, congratulations, Tectone. I'm proud of you.
Where is it?
Heckin' Tectonerino.
He's talking a lot about Hassan, so I have to scroll for a while.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that shit too. I was like, fuck, this man.
Why do you have to talk so much about
To be
Hassan?
fair, like, who isn't talking about Hassan being a fucking dog abuser right now?
I hope Hassan gets renal failure.
Tectone's first thing was going to be fair and read the entire thing might take a while. And then his second thing is, I haven't slept and I'm at page 226. This whole thing is a fucking mess to read. I don't know who advised her to write 1,000 pages, actually self-sabotage like crazy. He's still going though, probably going to take 2 days. So he really doesn't have an opinion yet.
So he didn't even say anything about Nano. Okay,
no, not yet.
So, it's a self-sabotage. Okay, so
we'll see. Yeah,
good,
I don't
good
know.
To know. We'll see.
I don't really like that reply, but you know, him saying that he's going to read the entire thing and work through it, great. If he admits that he fucked up on it,
he hasn't
great.
said anything else.
Yeah, he hasn't yet. Listen, if in my personal opinion, if he's smart, he's just not going to say anything. He's not even streaming right now, so he has no incentive to really just say anything. If he is smart, he should stick with Hassan and move on. That's it. That is it. That's all he should do.
Yeah,
and
he really has no fucking dog in this race.
No.
For VTubers.
Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. Yeah. Shadow Buddy for 10, still quite behind catching up on the prior stream, so I don't want to miss details. I want to let you know I appreciate you all. It's great to have somebody going through this logically. Yeah, nobody else will. Excuse me. I'll correct myself. There are people that will, and you should support them too. Mizu is doing that himself. He's going through it every single day that he can. I don't think he'll go through it tomorrow because he's got work, but he will be doing it every day that he is able to. You should support him while he does that as well, because Mizu will probably be going through it slower, which means that he's going to have more opinions on it, and he will be doing more based coverage on it. So you should give him love and attention as well, because Mizu, and here I'll even throw his link in the chat. Go subscribe to Mizu.
Means he won't be done until the end of the year.
Let me tell you why you should subscribe to Mizu. Mizu was, even before me, before Powder, before everybody else, the first one to say this is a crock of bullshit, and he did not believe what people were saying. Mizu has always been on the front lines. He has always been the one that has taken the worst shit from this, because people have decided to, at his minor criticisms and him saying this looks like a nothing burger, try to cancel him and try to ruin his reputation. A lot of people have taken what he has said so seriously that they have tried to deplatform him and tear friends away from him, to the point where he has been left with quite a lot of people withdrawing support from him. So in my personal opinion, a lot of people need to follow him. I put his link in there, and you guys need to follow him. I'll put it in there again. Follow Mizu.
Sad, depressed femboy love.
If you want a more legal opinion or a legal analysis on it as well, you also should follow Ava, because Ava is a lawyer. Both her and him talk about this on their channel. They talked about it earlier today, and you should follow them if you want a more legal-based analysis. Mizu is also not really a lawyer, but he knows a lot of law, so he'll probably bring more legal analysis in there as well. So follow him, follow her. So please, they are the ones that also have been going through this, and they are very important in my personal opinion. And it's just like, while I am one of the few people that have sat here to read it out, I read the docs when they first came out. I've reserved a lot of my opinions until I could give them better, but it's just like, I would not really be able to give a lot of my opinions without them, so you should give them just as much love as you give to me, all right? Give them subs, give them attention, and help them know that their sacrifices that they also decided to make, because ever since these came out, all of us have put our heads and our necks on the line, choosing to say that Cinder is not as bad as people say. So they have, all of us for the past 6 months have decided to go against the grain when it is not popular and it is not good for our careers to do so. But we've done it because we believe that all of these people are ontologically evil. And I still believe that. I believe that Cinder is evil in her own different ways. But I believe that Shylily is ontologically evil. I believe that Nano is ontologically evil. And I believe that some of these other people potentially are as well. At the very least, the two people at the top are. And I have nothing but love and support for the people that decided to stick by. Mizu at any point could have just decided to walk away and say that he doesn't care anymore. And he didn't. He stuck out with it because he doesn't go based off of what is popular like a lot of all these other fucking retards do.
He wants the truth.
He goes for the truth. And I do too. And that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing, because that is what is important.
And your support helps us keep going, even when the bastards try and grind us down.
So yeah, but I appreciate everybody coming through. You guys are amazing. And let me continue going through here, because I got the rest of the super chats, and I got some Twitch subs and some random Streamlabs stuff.
All right. Also, one last thing. If you go to Ava and you watch her streams when she's doing legal analysis, just make sure to spam the Homer nerd at her. Thank you. That is all.
Revelry for 2. Hey, I just woke up, so how cooked is everything? It is well done cooked, in my personal opinion. Does Bull have a channel? No, he's the manager. He doesn't deserve to stream. He does not stream at all. He doesn't have time for it. He just shows up on my stream to scream. He uses my channel to try and get me
He would
removed.
have a stream, and then it'd immediately get banned for slurs. All
Even
right?
though he's Jewish, he would get banned. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phantom, Kiro, or PK for 5. Here's my tip for everyone who has read this with you. Mama and Rage, you earned to follow by me because of how funny you are. Thank you. And Hurtbox, you're more than... you can advertise yourself as well while I pull up the next section of stuff.
Yeah, you're cool, I guess,
yeah.
Hurtbox. You know, you're kind of okay.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I kind of am. Let me glaze myself. You know.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I have a YouTube channel. I have a Twitter. YouTube has been very, very sparse with content for the last year and a half, but it is the same name. Hurtbox TV. Fighting games and music shit. That's pretty much what I do.
I'm gonna need to challenge you to a 1v1.
In what game?
Hang on.
All right.
This is his channel. Go sub to Hertzman. What game? Well, the only game I have is Skullgirls.
Skullgirls? Fuck, I have not played that in like 10 years, dude.
Well, you guys can talk about it off stream. I'm going to continue
yeah.
here.
Go on.
Solian Arclight, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Starcat Chaser, thank you for the 30 bits. And
Hey, Star!
Let's move back over to here. Unmute that. I did get some Streamlabs donations. Let me sort Twitch, YouTube. All right, that should just leave Streamlabs donations. Yeah, Karate for 5. Reminder that bros don't pull hits on other bros Oshis. Yes, pretty much. Is there any other ones? I swear there was more than that. Nope, I think that's it.
Hit on other Oshis. Those Oshis are mine to hit on.
That's it. All right, chat. Like I said, I have another stream that I will be doing roughly around 2, 3, maybe even 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to bed because it is almost 6 a.m. And then when we get up, we will continue. Thank you again so much for coming, everybody, tonight. I deeply appreciate it. Is there anybody live worth rating right now?
The ops never end. Haberman's
Revenge
revenge.
is not live right now.
Scott Haberman.
Skullgirls didn't deserve this. Yeah, you're right. It didn't deserve to get overtaken the way it did.
Yeah, I got ruined.
All right.
Fuck those people.
All because the creator was just fucking awkward around people. That's really it.
Yup.
All right. No raid. I can't find anybody cool to raid. Good night, chat. You guys have a good one. I'll see you.